All right, boys, are you ready for some Shovel Knight?
Definitely, Barack. This game is some high-quality entertainment.
Well, I haven't played a video game since Pong came out, so let's see what we're in for.
Joe, we used to play Mario Kart Wii back at the White House during my presidency.
Oh yeah, that's right, Barack. I love Mario. He was a big part of my childhood, just like the show Backyardigans.
Backyardigans defined a lot of kids' childhoods, but definitely not yours, Sleepy Joe. When you were a kid, dinosaurs roamed the land. Your childhood was so long ago that I would not be surprised if you saw Jesus performing miracles.
Good one, Trump. Anyway, let's focus on the game for a bit.
Man, look how rich they are. Maybe I'll cosplay as Shovel Knight for my next presidential speech.
Donald, your fat ass wouldn't be able to fit in a suit of armor, but wow, does Shield Knight look lovely. Do you think she'd be a good match for the Joe Obliterator?
Probably not, Joe, considering she isn't real, and also that you're married to Jill.
Wait, since when do I have a wife?
Since the Stone Age. Anyway, damn, my boy Shovel Knight got done dirty, it seems. But it's okay, though. The great ones like me overcome the hardest of challenges. And Shovel Knight is definitely one of the great ones.
Shovel Knight is definitely one of the great ones. Not so sure about you, Donald.
Screw you, Barack.
Anyway, we're going to be up against the Enchantress's Order of No Quarter. Are you boys ready to embark on our greatest adventure yet?
You bet. I'm ready to show the entirety of America that I am the greatest player of platformer games.
Greatest player of platformer games? Yeah, we'll see about that, Donnie boy. Can't wait to see you die 50 times per level.
Just so you know, Donald, I haven't played this game in a while, so I may be a bit rusty, but I'll do my best to keep up with you.
Don't worry, Obama. The Donster will guide you through all the challenges this game has to offer.
Now that my dementia pills are finally taking effect, I must say that I loved this game when it came out. The simplistic 8-bit graphics and the intuitive gameplay brought me back to the good old days of Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Entertainment System. Life was so much simpler back then.
I wholeheartedly agree, Joe. Not to mention, this game is also inspired by other classics like Mega Man and Castlevania. Yacht Club Games, the developers of Shovel Knight, cooked a gourmet meal on their first try with this game.
Well, anyway, boys, what have you all been up to? It's been a while since we've had time to hang out and play together like this.
Same as usual, Donald. I've just been taking care of the wife and kids and gaming on my spare time. I've been playing that new Mario and Luigi game that just came out. And I gotta say, the first hours of the game are really boring, but it gets better after that.
Yeah, for real, I've been playing it too and fell asleep during the first 2 hours of gameplay. Maybe it's just me, but I just don't find the story and characters interesting so far, which makes me not care about what's going on.
Dan, Obama, first death of the playthrough already? I thought you would at least make it all the way through this level.
Maybe I'm playing as you cosplaying as Shovel Knight, and so that is why I died, as there's no way you would be able to jump across a small gap like that in real life.
He got you there, Donald.
Is my weight the only joke you guys have?
No, but I had to defend myself after you made fun of my death. Anyway, have you guys gotten a chance to play Super Mario Party Jamboree?
I sure have, Barack. I was so glad to see Mario Party return to its former glory with a new original entry. I played the game with some friends yesterday, and I lost my stars in chance time, but because I am the best at Mario games, I was able to make a goated comeback and win the game anyway.
Donald, we all know your Cheeto ass isn't capable of making a comeback in a luck-based game like Mario Party.
Joe, I'll have you know that Shigeru Miyamoto himself gave me a seal of approval, as he considers me the greatest Mario player to ever walk on this earth. Just ask him when you see him at Super Nintendo World or something.
I highly doubt that Trump, if anyone here is the best at Mario games, it would definitely be me, as I currently hold the any percent world record on both Mario's Pinball Land and Hotel Mario. Put some respect on my name, boys.
Ain't no way you're asking for respect after name dropping Mario's Pinball Land and Hotel Mario. Anyway, Sleepy Joe, remember that time I beat you in Obama and Mario Party 6 by getting all of the bonus stars? How does that not prove my tremendous skill at Mario games?
Well, that's simple, Donald. 2 of the 3 bonus stars are luck-based. You have the star that is awarded to whoever lands on the most question mark spaces, which is completely luck-based. And then there's the star for whoever uses the most items, which is technically also luck-based, as depending on how fast you travel the board, you're able to reach the item spaces faster and get free items simply by passing them. You were constantly getting high rolls during that game and even buying items from the shop when you were near broke, so it's obvious why you were able to secure your item star as well.
You sound like such a nerd right now, Joe, and how come you didn't mention the fact that I got the minigame star? I literally destroyed both of you in the minigames, which you can't tell me isn't skill-based. So face it, Joe, I am simply better than the both of you at Mario games.
Whatever, Donald, I'm getting tired of your self-praise, so let's talk about the game we are currently playing. I wanted to ask, what do you guys think of this first level? I believe it is a masterclass in teaching the player how to play the game without showering them with boring tutorials left and right.
Honestly, at this level, does a great job at just letting the player get a feel for how the game plays. You can tell they use the same approach as Super Mario Bros. When it came to teaching without speaking. Like the game never teaches you the shovel drop, but you are forced to learn it when you realize the only way to proceed is by going down. So you'll inevitably jump and press down, and there you go, you learn how to perform a new action without needing a tutorial.
I don't get why so many games today feel the need to bog down their experience with non-stop tutorials. This may not be the worst example, but I hate every time I start a new Pokemon game they have to teach me how to catch Pokemon. Like I get it, Game Freak, your games are for 3-year-olds, but I already know how to catch a damn Pokemon. I've been doing it since Red and Blue.
Speaking of Pokemon, what are you guys' favorite? Mine has to be Braviary, as he represents America perfectly, though I hate that I can't use him in playthroughs, because some wise guy at Game Freak thought it would be an amazing idea to make him evolve at level 54. But that doesn't stop me from loving this patriotic eagle.
And mine is Charizard. He is the coolest creature in all of fiction, and there's a good reason why Game Freak continues to glaze him every chance they get. I remember pulling a first edition base set Charizard card on my very first booster pack, but unfortunately one of my dogs ate it a couple of years after I got it, and I never pulled another Charizard card ever again.
Good choices, boys. Anyway, back to the game. Obama, you've been dying an awful lot. Is Sleepy Joe's dementia rubbing off on you, perhaps?
Donald, I literally told you that I haven't played this game in a while, plus this game wasn't originally designed with multiplayer in mind, so that makes it harder to play in of itself.
All I hear are excuses, Barack. Maybe try to get better at the game, and then you may just be goated like me.
Donald, I just know you're going to choke sooner or later in this game, then you won't talk so high and mighty about your gamer skills.
Now, Joe, just you wait. He's going to find an excuse as to why he fumbled once it finally happens, and then continue to act like he's the best.
Like I told you both before, I am the greatest player at platformer games, and I am going to make damn sure America can see it firsthand. Anyway, Barrick, the boss should be up ahead pretty soon, so I wanted to ask, are you ready to beat his bum ass?
You know I'm Trumpy for if we don't win first try, we will be ridiculed on national television for being the first people to die to the first boss of Shovel Knight.
I guess we'll see if the so-called best player at platformer games is capable of beating the very first boss of the game. I mean, it would be really embarrassing if after all that boasting you lose to him. Like, that's the equivalent of dying in 1-1 in the original Super Mario Brothers.
All right, Black Knight, I ain't afraid of your edgy, emo-looking ass. Get ready for a presidential beatdown.
I see you're getting a bit excited there, Trumpy. Let's cook this edgelord like fried chicken.
You know what, Barack? It's finally time for me to show the entirety of America why I am the greatest player in the history of games.
Damn, so now you're the greatest player in the history of games? Okay, then, Donnie boy, I'm just going to wait for your inevitable failure along with Barack.
Wait, Joe, what did I do? I thought we were on the same side.
Sorry, Obama, but when you ally yourself with Tony the Tiger over here, you're just doomed to fail.
I guess being called a serial mascot isn't the worst thing in the world, but you're wrong about us failing Sleepy Joe. Obama, lock in. We're going to make quick work of this fool who only listens to Nightcore music and whose favorite Sonic character is Shadow the Hedgehog.
Understood, Trumpy, and yet this guy definitely writes Sonic fan fictions depicting the characters in an edgy and quote-unquote mature setting like Bro Sonic is for kids. It's not meant to be Assassin's Creed.
Are we not going to talk about how Donald just died while Obama still had full health? So much for being the greatest player in the history of games, and you definitely ain't no best player at platforming games either.
Yeah, Trump, I can't defend you on this one.
Shut up and let me cook, damn it.
Finally, the moment I've been waiting for. Donald, you burned down the entire kitchen with your so-called cooking, and to think you talked all that smack about how you were going to show America that you were the best player at platformer games. So how does it feel to be a failure in front of your entire audience?
I am utterly ashamed that I lost to the first boss of this game, but it's okay though. The greatest people in life have to stumble in order to achieve the peak of their greatness.
You can never be humble. Now can you, Trumpy?
What did you expect from the man with the biggest ego in all of humanity?
Well, let's hope that your skill issue doesn't get in the way this time.
Excuse me?
Donald, don't pay attention to Barack and just focus on getting the win.
Whatever you say, Joey boy, I'll make sure I don't fumble the bag like that ever again, so that the both of you will finally respect me and praise me like I deserve.
Maybe if you weren't such an egotistical prick, then maybe we'd respect you a bit.
Well, it doesn't matter now, as we finally beat this bum ass, and I would have been able to do it the first time if China didn't give my controller Joy-Con drift.
Donald, how in the world is China supposed to give your controller Joy-Con drift? Just admit you suck at the game already.
Let's put our focus back on the game, boys. We may have defeated Black Knight for now, but they'll be returning a total of 2 more times, meaning in total we'll be giving them 3 spankings. I wonder where I've heard that one before.
Maybe in another universe where the 3 of us play golf with your friends, the game of life and risk. But now I'm sounding like Sleepy Joe and his nonsense.
Oh, Shield Knight, my beloved, don't you worry, Papa Joe will save you and bring you back to the Biden bunker so we can Netflix and chill while eating double chocolate chip ice cream.
Joe, the only people who've ever stepped foot on the Biden bunker are the male members of the Secret Service and your son Hunter. No woman would ever want to step foot on a creepy place like that.
Yeah, Joe, even I can't bring myself to step foot there, not with the My Little Pony posters and anime girl figures.
You guys are just haters. My Little Pony is a goated series that is simply disguised as a little girl's show. The character writing and the lore is just insane.
Looks like I'm still the best at platformer games after all, Sleepy Joe. Just look by how much I'm beating Obama.
Donald, you know these stats literally mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's just a way to compare how both players did during the level. But sure, you did beat me when it came to collecting more gold, and you definitely died the least. Also, you never told us what your favorite Pokemon was earlier when I asked the question. Maybe you couldn't think of one on the spot or were just focused on the game.
Well, if you must know Barrack, my favorite is Mr. Mime. This Pokemon makes the finest of walls using his psychic powers. And with him around, I wouldn't need to build a wall, as I would just have him build one for me.
I'm not surprised you picked a Pokemon known for making walls, but if you ask me, your favorite Pokemon should be Gumshoes, because he looks exactly like you.
Yeah, Trump, just look at him. It's like Game Freak was paying tribute to you with this Pokemon.
Gumshoes is definitely one of my favorites too, as I designed him myself, believe it or not, and it is the first and only Pokemon to be designed by the great Donald J. Trump.
The day you are allowed to design a Pokemon, the Pokemon Company will be on the streets begging for money.
Not that I would give them any money, considering they spat on the face of their fans and gave them the most sorry excuse for a Pokemon game in the form of Scarlet and Violet, and then had the nerve to offer DLC for $35. Imagine spending $95 on a product that thinks the absolute lowest of you as a person.
Oh, Shield Knight, baby, you'll have to forgive me, but I think my heart belongs to Mona now.
Seriously, Joe, you're sipping for the green-skinned girl now?
Now, Trump, let's not be racist here. You know green people can be goated. Just remember the hit movie Shrek.
You make a good point, Barack. Shrek was a sensation when it came out. I even remember hosting the sequel Shrek 2 at the Trump Tower just because of how excited everyone was to see it.
Yeah, well, you know what movie came out the same year as Shrek? Yeah, that's right. It's Pixar's Monsters, Inc.
Oh, Joe, now you got me thinking about the golden age of Pixar films, Toy Story 1 through 3, The Incredibles, Finding Nemo, and even Up are all such incredible movies that still hold up to this day.
Don't forget about Cars, Barack. I still wear my Lightning McQueen Crocs to this day.
Of course you do, Sleepy Joe, and I'm sure you sleep with a Paw Patrol blanket, too.
No, Donald, I've never even seen a single episode of Paw Patrol. Anyway, I really miss the golden era of Pixar films. It seems like after the masterpiece that was Toy Story 3, they got comfortable and stopped putting as much effort into the quality of their films, since they knew people were going to go to watch them anyway.
And right they were, because everyone lost their marbles when Toy Story 4 got announced. I remember going to watch the movie on release with Michelle and the kids, just for all of us to be disappointed at how garbage the movie ended up being.
Seriously, that romance between Woody and Bow Peep was so cringe-like, guys. This is a movie about toys. And the fact the ending is Woody leave the gang just to stay with her is an insult to Woody's character. The Woody I know would never betray his friends, and especially his human owner, just to be with some old hag of a toy.
True that Trumpy and they also butchered Buzz Lightyear's character by making him an idiot again, just like how he was in the first movie, even though by the end of the movie and in the movies after it, Buzz is actually the smartest character of the group alongside Woody, both being highly respected among their friends.
Yeah, I really hope that for the next Toy Story movie, they're able to retcon the events of 4. I heard somewhere that the 5th movie is supposedly going to have the theme of technology, basically how kids these days have left toys behind in favor of their smart devices like phones and tablets. The movie has a lot of potential if this is the case, so perhaps Toy Story 5 could be the return to form we've been waiting for.
I sure hope so, Joe. Anyway, Obama, we finally have enough gold to purchase our very first relic item. Oh yeah, for those watching who've never played Shovel Knight before, the relics are basically the power-ups of the game. that help us deal with enemies and stage hazards more comfortably.
I'm glad we're finally getting some variety, as it was getting a bit stale just swinging our shovels around for like 10 minutes straight.
It's crazy how we've gone this long without talking about this, but we're playing a game about a knight who fights with a damn shovel. Like, was bro too broke to afford a sword, or a lance that you had to steal some old man's shovel and call it a weapon?
Joe, I thought you would know this considering your age, but back in ancient times, shovels were a type of weapon. Shovel Knight's weapon is actually called the shovel blade, so it's probably got some sharp edges to it, but we can't see them because it's all 8-bit.
You may be right, Trump, but anyway, it's my turn to play, so let's storm King Knight's castle like I stormed into the White House back in 2020.
I have a strange suspicion that it won't be King Knight waiting for us at the end of the level, and instead some other kind of king.
Oh, don't say such nonsense, Barack. Of course, it's going to be King Knight at the end of the level. I mean, it literally said so in the overworld that this is the lair of King Knight.
Yeah, Barack, I don't know what you're on anyway. Boys, let's talk about something new. What are y'all's favorite Smash Bros. Game? For me, it would have to be Super Smash Bros. Brawl, since it has the most amount of content out of any Smash game to date. And you can't forget about the goated mode, the Subspace Emissary, featuring full CGI cutscenes where our favorite characters interacted and fought to defeat a greater evil. I know the game gets a lot of hate for the slow-paced gaming compared to previous entries, but when you're just looking to have a casual, fun time with friends, I think this game still holds up in that regard.
Sleepy Joe, I think you meant to say slow-paced gameplay, but yeah, Brawl was definitely a great game for its time, and a lot of its features are unfortunately not in Ultimate, like the trophies and of course the story mode with CGI cutscenes. And no, I am not counting World of White, as it is essentially just the events mode from previous games, but now turned into a quote-unquote story mode. Despite this, Ultimate is still my favorite game in the series, and that honestly just comes down to the game having the best feeling gameplay in the series, as well as the best video roster of characters of all time. It is truly the definitive Smash Bros. Experience.
While it is true that Ultimate has the best video game roster in all of gaming, Super Smash Bros. Melee is what real men play when they want to settle an argument. Sleepy Joe, I sometimes wish we could have fought for office in 2020 over a best-of-5 set in Melee, because I would have easily destroyed your senile ass, giving me my second term a lot sooner. But jokes aside, boys, I am just a sucker for competitive games, and Melee is just slightly better than Ultimate when it comes to this, in my opinion.
Well, I don't think our country would appreciate the presidency being decided over a video game, considering most people our age think gaming is for kids.
It's sad that people our age disregard video games as a kid's thing when they're much more than that and can be just as fun, if not more, than watching movies or TV shows.
Yeah, honestly, I have more fun playing games than doing any of those other things.
Maybe through watching us play on national television, they'll change their mind. Anyway, boys, we are about to purchase our second relic from some hobo living here, it seems. Actually, wait, didn't we buy our first relic from him back at the village a few minutes ago? How did he get here so quickly?
Donald, his name is Chester. He's just a traveling merchant looking to make some gold from wandering travelers. Pretty funny that he's called Chester, because you typically find him inside of a chest.
Yeah, Joe, this game is full of wacky characters. I mean, we didn't comment on it because we were too busy talking to each other, but back in the village, we literally saw a horse lady wearing a dress. Like, whoever came up with that idea must have been on some shrooms or something.
Maybe it was Sleepy Joe who told Yacht Club Games to aid the horse lady wearing a dress, as only he could have come up with something so stupid. Probably during one of his 50-hour naps where he dreams about things that totally didn't happen, like Homer Simpson becoming the President of the United States.
Except that actually did happen, Donald, as you are literally Homer Simpson in every way. I mean, have you looked at yourself in the mirror?
Joseph Robinette Biden, if you fat shame me one more time, I'm going to unplug your life support machine. Do you understand me?
Calm down, Trump. You know Biden is just messing around with you.
Hey, Obama, you sound a bit different all of a sudden.
Yeah, Joe, I've been pretty chill this whole time, but I can't let Trumpy get too aggressive on you.
Well, my bad for getting all riled up there, boys. Anyway, this castle's architecture is simply tremendous. I wonder if we could get the White House looking like this someday.
I don't know about that, Donald. The White House's look is so iconic that to change it so drastically like this would make it lose its essence.
Donald, the only reason you want to remodel the White House after this place is because you want to feel like a king.
Is there something wrong with that, Joe? Or perhaps you're just jealous because no one has ever referred to you as a king unlike me?
Donald, the only time you've been called a king is when you became the #1 customer at Burger King so much, so that you yourself became the titular character of the Burger King himself.
A good one, Joe. I always knew the guy on the cover of those Burger King games for Xbox looked a lot like Donald.
Obama, did you seriously play those Burger King games for Xbox? I thought being the any percent world record holder of Mario's Pinball Land and Hotel Mario was embarrassing enough, but now you're going to tell me you have the world record in those Burger King games too.
You seriously twisted his words like Crazy Trump. All he said was he played the games, not that he got the speedrun record in them.
No, Joe, I never even played them. Here, take this dementia pill. But yeah, I simply know they exist, but have never played them. But I did play M's Kart Racing in the past with my kids.
M's Kart Racing was definitely one of the games of all time.
There's probably some kid out there who grew up with that game back in the day and he's now a young adult feeling nostalgic about it. Imagine feeling nostalgic over a heaping pile of trash.
Can't be as bad as Gen Alpha kids feeling nostalgic over Skibidi Toilet 20 years from now.
What are you on, Obama? Skibidi Toilet is awesome, just like my Skibidi Riz when I'm hitting on Shield Night, my beloved.
Joe, I never want to hear you say Gen Alpha slang ever again, please, and thank you.
Don't be hating, Donald. Maybe if you learned how to Skibidi Riz, you could salvage your relationship with Melania.
You keep my wife's name out of your fossil mouth, I'll be the judge of how I handle my marriage problems.
Boys, I think it's best if we don't bring up our problems during our gaming session, especially if this is going on to be airing on television.
Yeah, you're right, Obama. I'm sorry about that, Trumpy.
All is forgiven, Joe, and I must say your gameplay so far is better than I expected. Maybe you won't be such a burden in the playthrough after all.
I guess you're right, Donald. I haven't died a single time yet, and by this point, Obama had already died like twice back in the first level. Let Papa Joe cook.
Why am I catching strays all of a sudden?
This is what happens when Sleepy Joe starts feeling himself Obama. But just you wait, I can already smell his confidence. We'll bite him soon enough.
Like hell, it will Donnie Boy. In fact, I bet you my life savings I won't die a single time during this entire level.
Joe, do you even realize what you're saying?
Obama, relax. You know I don't make bets unless I know I'm going to win.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Sleepy Joe, anyway. We are approaching the hardest part of the level, so if you're going to die now, is your time to do it so I can get that $1 billion check from you later today.
Oh, come on, man, not like this.
Sleepy Joe, you didn't even try with that one. You clearly saw me shovel dropping on the book to make those platforms appear, so all you needed to do was follow behind me. In fact, I even waited for you to do so, and yet you still go ahead and plummet to your doom. I feel so sorry for you that I won't even take your money at this point, considering you'll need it for the next time you fall off the stairs of the Air Force One.
Yeah, Joe, that was just embarrassing. You didn't even die at the hardest part of that section.
Obama, you don't get to talk. If that was you playing, that would be your 5th death by now.
I guess I let the pressure get to me, boys, but I promise I won't mess up like that once we're at the boss.
I sure hope so, Joe. We got to make up for last boss fight by beating this one on our very first try.
Who dares enter the lair of King George?
George, what the hell are you doing here?
Do I know you peasants? I don't believe I've seen any of you 3 boys before, but that doesn't matter. I am King George, one of the Knights of the Order of No Quarter. The Enchantress has asked me to defend this territory from anyone who dares to trespass, so I'll have to dispose of you boys immediately.
I guess Obama was right after all, but this isn't the George we know from our world.
Respect me, boys. Bow down to me. Praise me.
I may not understand what's going on right now, but we will definitely not be bowing down to you or praising you, so prepare to eat the dirt from our shovels.
Like hell I will, peasant. You will be the ones licking the dust from my boots.
George, you're already looking pretty beat up. Maybe you should give up already?
Silence, peasant. I don't want to hear such nonsense from my soon-to-be slave.
Shut your Middle East ass up, George. We've already given you the presidential spanking.
Screw all of you. I'll make sure the Enchantress hears of this.
Well, that sure was strange. I wonder if we will encounter more familiar figures like that in the future.
Yeah, most likely, Joe. The Enchantress must be playing tricks on us by using people we know as her loyal subjects.
Then maybe Black Knight is also someone we know, but I wonder why they didn't speak to us last time. Perhaps they just want to conceal their identity for now.
Who knows, honestly. Anyway, Trump passed the controller. It's time me and Joe get to cook together.
Sure thing, Obama. Just try not to die too much this time.
Don't you worry, Donald, me and Barack are the Democratic duo, so we are guaranteed to get this level done in a jiffy.
Definitely, Joe. Also, this stage looks pretty spooky, don't you boys think?
Hey, Joe, is your Biden bunker nearby? Because this definitely seems like the type of place where you would hang out.
Donald, if you're saying that because this is a cemetery, then first of all, screw you, and secondly, my bunker is in the basement of the White House you aren't.
Either way, Sleepy Joe, both your bunker and this place creeped me the hell out, so hopefully the boss isn't any creepier than this.
Anyway, boys, let's relax and talk about something. What are y'all's favorite knight in this game, not counting the main character, Shovel Knight, of course?
I would talk about my darling Shield Knight, but you guys won't like that, so I guess my favorite knight is Propeller Knight. I just think he's a silly guy with his funny propeller helmet that allows him to fly, and he's also quite the gentleman too, so I'm sure his Riz game with the ladies is top tier.
Well, my favorite is King Knight. It pains me that George had to go and ruin him for this playthrough, but King Knight is actually quite the tremendous character. He is a self-made king who doesn't take crap from anyone and does whatever he wants. He even has his own campaign in this game, so you know he's goated.
Of course, your favorite is the one who resembles your egotistical personality.
His ego is only as big as it is because he knows he is the best among his people. Just like how I am the best among gamers, and I will be making gaming great again with my presence.
Your presence might make us play worse, if I'm being honest. Anyway, my favorite knight is Plague Knight. Just like King Knight, this little rascal also has his own campaign in this game, but the reason I like him is because of his love story with Mona, and also that he fights throwing bombs like a madman.
Obama, you could have picked any other knight, but of course you picked the one who throws freaking bombs. I could make a Yemen joke right about now, but I won't, because it's been done to death. But I will say Plague Knight's campaign is one of the best experiences in all of gaming. The movement abilities Plague Knight has are simply insane, and it is a shame that most people write it off simply because it's a bit hard to master.
I agree, Donnie. I swear everyone complains about how it's hard to control Plague Knight and then say he has the worst campaign out of all the 4 playable knights. They are basically saying the game is mid just because they suck at it, like just a good one.
Seriously, Obama, people need to stop calling games bad just because they aren't very good at them. Like, it's okay to not be good at certain games, but that doesn't make the game bad. As unfortunate as it is, not every game is easy to learn and do well in.
Well, I'm not like most people, Sleepy Joe, so for me, I can pick up any game and immediately start playing at a professional level. Just you both wait until the next Smash game drops. I'm going to be breaking skulls at EVO 2027 or whenever the next Smash game comes out.
Whatever you say, Trumpy, anyway. I really don't like the darkness gimmick of this level. Hindering the player's ability to see what's going on should never be used as a game mechanic. Like, sure, the flashing lights help you see what's ahead, but you have to pay close attention and then make sure to platform correctly so you don't die.
Yeah, I agree, Obama. It seems like a pretty lazy mechanic considering the level is otherwise pretty good, but I don't think they overuse it too much so. It's not that bad in my opinion.
I think you're both just bad at the game. Just calculate your jumps well, and then the darkness mechanic won't even matter. If I was the one playing right now, I wouldn't be struggling with it like you two seemingly are.
You say that, and yet you literally died to the first boss of the game, despite claiming to be the best player at platformer games, and later even the greatest player in the history of games. So I highly doubt you wouldn't struggle with this.
The great ones like me are just built different, Sleepy Joe. And what happened during the first boss was rigged anyway, so it's like it never happened. Plus I made up for it by spanking King George's bum ass. And even though I am not playing right now, my presence alone will be enough to help you both make a fool out of whoever is waiting for us at the end of this level.
I pray that someday your ego will not be so huge.
Give it up, Barry. You know that's never happening.
Obama, you know you could have just killed the skeleton guy instead of trying to get back your bags of gold.
Whatever, Trump, we're skipping back to the point where we died so the viewers don't have to re-watch us go through the same areas again.
Hey, boys, what did you think of that last Super Nintendo World Direct?
Oh, Joe, I'm so glad you asked. I actually really enjoyed it. The new Donkey Kong area looks really cool, and that DK costume looked very accurate to his in-game counterpart. Plus, it's always nice to see Shigeru Miyamoto showcasing something he's passionate about.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Barack, but I wish they would make areas for The Legend of Zelda, Animal Crossing, and even Fire Emblem to better represent Nintendo as a whole rather than just the Mario series.
Well, Trump, technically Donkey Kong is his own series separate from Mario, but the two series cross over so often to the point that I don't blame you for generalizing it as the Mario series.
I agree that they need to have more series represented, but I don't think Fire Emblem is ever getting an area of its own considering it's too niche. Same goes for Xenoblade. But I think Splatoon could probably get an area of its own.
You are probably right, Obama. Unfortunately, Fire Emblem is not as easily marketable to a wide audience as Mario and Zelda. Anyway, it looks like Chester likes to hang out here at the Biden bunker and is about to sell us the most broken item in the game. The phase locket, which allows us to become invincible for like 3 seconds.
It's interesting how this game pays tribute to the NES era of games which were known for being unfair, archaic, and brutally difficult. But this game takes the opposite approach and gives the player options to make the game considerably easier, as well as removing the live system in favor of simply losing gold every time you die. We probably won't abuse the phase locket except for bosses if they get too difficult.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to use it every now and then if it would help us out. It costs a fair amount of magic to use, so it's not like you can spam it too much.
Obama, you do know that later in the game we are going to have more than 30 magic. As a matter of fact, there is an armor upgrade we can buy that gives us increased magic at the cost of decreased defense, which I'm guessing you're going to need because you're not very good at the game.
You're not very good at the game either, you goldfish cracker. Anyway, we might want to use that armor if it means we can spam our relics more. Don't forget that the bosses have double health, so we could really use the extra firepower.
So anyway, boys, what's the most stupid thing that you've ever done while gaming? For me, it would have to be the time I tried to unlock Waluigi in Super Mario 64 DS. The guide I was following said I needed to collect every coin in the game as every character and then enter the door next to the Wario door. I did all of this despite Michelle getting mad at me for spending more time gaming than with her and the kids, but unfortunately I did not unlock Waluigi, and I felt extremely disappointed.
Yes, the classic Waluigi and Super Mario 64 DS story. Well, for me, the stupidest thing I tried to do was trying to evolve my Dragonite to Yoshi in Pokemon Red and Blue. I remember I even tried to connect my copy of Pokemon with a copy of Yoshi's Cookie for Game Boy just to try and evolve my Dragonite. I felt like a complete idiot when I found out Yoshi wasn't even in the games.
You're both morons, but the great Donald Trump doesn't fall for stupid hoaxes like those. Therefore, I've never done anything stupid like that while gaming.
Stop the Cap Donald, I may have dementia and all, but I haven't forgotten that time we were playing Super Smash Bros. Melee. You told me you were trying to unlock Sonic and Tails in the game, but we all know by now that they aren't in the game.
All right, fine, you got me there, Sleepy Joe. I did try to do that, but only because the Sonic the Hedgehog series means so much to me. I literally lost my marbles when I saw the Sonic reveal for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It was simply tremendous to see the Blue Blur himself finally be able to punch Mario in the face.
Forgive me for the interruption, boys, but I believe the boss should be up ahead soon. So I was going to ask you, Joe, what should our strategy be against him?
I think as long as we are patient and sniping from afar with our flare wands, we should be fine, Obama. This boss is often a roadblock for newer players, but it's actually not too hard if you're patient and don't rush to attack him as much as possible. He moves around a lot, but his attacks aren't very fast, so as long as we take our time, we shouldn't lose.
All I'm going to say is good luck to the both of you.
Hey, Joe, what the hell? You're almost at full health. You should have given me that steak.
We'll be fine, Obama, don't worry.
I am the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog. What are you fools doing here?
Well, if it isn't my favorite edgelord.
Hey, Shadow, how did you end up as the Enchantress's servant?
Well, let's just say she pays pretty well. She gave me some $19 Fortnite gift cards, so now I can get some epic skins to style on that faker Sonic next time. Unfortunately, now I have to kill you all. So do try to make this interesting for me, will you?
You're a fool if you think you're going to be able to kill us. Obama and I are going to send you back to Shadow Generations where you belong.
Truthfully, I would rather be in my recently released goated game than to be here sparring with you losers. But money talks, am I right?
Money definitely does talk, Shadow. That is how I became the successful businessman that I am today.
Trump, if you're not going to say anything useful, then please keep your mouth shut.
Even I would have to agree. You're not even fighting me, so you should sit there in the corner so I can kill you later.
Even if I was playing right now, I wouldn't bother fighting you. I admire you so much, Shadow, and Sonic Adventure 2 was my life back when it came out on the Sega Dreamcast. Would you please sign my copy of the game after we beat your ass?
But do you actually expect me to say yes after claiming you're gonna beat me in battle? I'll make sure to squeeze the orange out of you once I'm done with these other two clowns.
Hey, Shadow, you're looking a bit tired. Are you sure you can kill us like that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I am the ultimate life form, so I literally cannot lose, especially not to the likes of you.
You underestimate the power of the Democratic duo. But don't you worry, we are about to humble you soon enough.
Damn you all. I can't lose like this. If only I had that damn fourth Chaos Emerald, and I would easily disposed of you. But this won't be the last you see of me. Next time we meet, I'll be sure to hang your skulls on my walls.
First we meet George at Pridemore Keep, and then Shadow at the Lich Yard. Just how crazy is this playthrough going to get?
I was expecting this to be a regular chill playthrough with the boys, but it seems like this is going to be a lot more interesting than I anticipated. So buckle up, boys. We're in for a wild ride, that's for sure.
Hey, Joe, look, it's Shield Knight. Are you not going to say anything about this?
No, not really Obama as much as I love Shield Knight, my beloved. I am just so shocked after those last two boss encounters that I can't even riz up my girl right now.
It's rare for Joe to not simp over fictional girls, so we should treasure this moment, Obama.
You can say that again, Trumpy. Anyway, I wonder who the next boss is going to be. Maybe it'll be the Angry Bird from Angry Bird Star Wars or something like that.
You're wrong, Obama, and I bet you the password to my Club Penguin account that it'll be Mater from Pixar's Cars.
Joe, why the hell would the Enchantress pick Mater out of all characters? I think it's more likely she'd pick a more intimidating character or person, like maybe Putin or Thanos.
At this point, Trump, I feel like anyone or anything is fair game. But anyway, Joe, let's quickly tackle this side level real quick.
Oh yeah, this is the level where we just spam the phase locket and get a decent amount of gold.
Yeah, pretty much, Joe. Anyway, boys, I've been wondering where are we going to go eat after we finish this gaming session?
We don't need to go anywhere, Barack. We can just DoorDash a pizza from Papa John's and call it a day.
Nah, screw that, Trump. Everyone knows Domino's is better.
Y'all are crazy. Pizza Hut is where it's at.
Well, this isn't going anywhere, so we'll figure this out later. Anyway, boys, should we do the other side levels or just do the main stages?
I think the viewers should get to decide that. They may not care about watching us go through the filler content, as it's pretty much just a means of getting more gold.
Yeah, that's a good idea. In all honesty, I don't think these smaller inconsequential levels make for good content, but if the viewers like it, then we can do them all, I guess. There's only 2 more of these anyway, and then the Hall of Champions, which is more of a full level sort of, but it just so happens to be optional.
Oh, right, the Hall of Champions. That is the level meant to be a tribute to the Kickstarter backers who helped make this game a reality.
Yeah, that's right, Donald. It's hard to think that there was a time where this game's completion was at the mercy of Kickstarter. And now Yacht Club Games is a successful game studio that's doing well even to this day. They even managed to get Shovel Knight into Smash Bros. Ultimate as an assist trophy.
I really hope Shovel Knight becomes a full-on playable character in the next Super Smash Bros. Games. But anyway, boys, let's quickly go upgrade our magic stats since we've been stuck with 30 for this entire session.
Good idea, Obama. We gotta power up for next time so we can be ready to destroy whoever comes our way.
Or maybe it's just to ensure that you don't fumble the bag again like how you did against Black Knight.
Too bad there's no relic that can help you to not fumble like you did during that one part in King George's level.
Damn Trump, that was a nice comeback.
Whatever you say, Donnie boy. At least I haven't died to a boss yet, so I'm already doing better than you in that regard. We've all died plenty of times during the stages, but I'm the only one that is yet to die to a boss, and I doubt I'll be dying to one anytime soon, since I'm clearly the goated player out of all of us.
Only time will tell, Sleepy Joe. Anyway, Obama, I see you blew all our gold on magic upgrades, so we are now at 70. That should be more than enough to be able to tackle the upcoming stages with ease.
Yeah, Trump, I even tried to buy one more health upgrade, but we are too broke to afford it right now. Shouldn't be a problem considering we already have a decent amount of health.
Gotta love bullying this old lady, right?
Ha ha ha, well, she isn't real, so why not?
Well, viewers, we hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first time for our editor making a YouTube video in general, so we hope you didn't mind if there were some minor hiccups and whatnot.
We want to wish you all a nice rest of your day.
And may God bless you and your family.
Yeah, everyone already knows this crap already. So let's get right into it, boys.
Donald, that is not how you do a YouTube video opening.
Relax, Obama. The viewers came to see us play, so let's cook a gourmet meal for them.
You're right, Joe. Anyway, viewers, today we will be taking on the Explodatorium.
What the hell was that laugh for Obama?
Well, Joe told me to relax, so I did.
Hey, Donald, this place is full of explosives. I wonder how Plague Knight can live in a place like this.
Yeah, Joe, and he even has exploding rats. Do you think this guy could be working for Area 51?
Considering this guy makes potions and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if he's made some illegal substances that the world isn't allowed to see.
You make a good point. Joe also did that bird just drop an exploding potion onto us? I thought this was the Explodatorium, not Yemen.
You did not just say that, you Lorax-looking ass.
Oh, my bad, Barry. I didn't mean to offend you with that one. But you have to admit those birds are literally drone strikes.
Fair enough. Also, boys, don't forget that the person waiting for us at the end of the level isn't actually going to be Plague Knight.
Yeah, don't worry, Barry, we know, but I think it's fair that we talk about the actual character of Plague Knight so the viewers get to learn a little bit about him.
I'm surprised your senile ass actually remembered, but crazier things have happened so far in this playthrough. So back to Plague Knight. He is a fan favorite among the Shovel Knight fandom, and for good reason. His campaign is quite literally the greatest 2D platforming experience of all time. And if you think otherwise, then you have a massive skill issue and probably play with the float burst.
Trumpy, most of our audience has no idea what a float burst is.
Maybe that should intrigue them to try out the game, Obama.
Hey, Trump, I actually have never beaten Plague Knight's campaign without the float burst. The level design is a bit too tricky, so having an upgrade that allows me to slowly descend after a jump is really useful.
Well, yeah, that's true, Sleepy Joe. But using the float burst gets rid of all your momentum. Using any other of the burst upgrades allows you to, pardon my pun, burst through the levels like a speedrunning god, which is why Plague Knight's campaign, Plague of Shadows, is a milestone in 2D platforming history.
I think people should enjoy games the way they want to. It's okay if you have to play a game on an easier difficulty or with accessibility options and broken power-ups. As long as you're having fun, that is all that matters, boys.
Yeah, thank you for that, Barry. And I definitely did have a good time with Plague of Shadows when I played it, even though I abused the hell out of the float burst and other broken power-ups.
You are both fake news. You haven't experienced the pinnacle of gaming until you beat Plague of Shadows with no bomb upgrades, no armor upgrades, no arcana power-ups, and basic burst only.
Imagine being an elitist for a single-player video game. You sound like those Super Smash Bros. Melee players who refuse to play the game unless you play on Final Destination with no items and Fox only.
Well, what did you expect, Obama? He is a Melee player after all, so of course he's going to be an elitist for just about everything. The irony is he doesn't even main Fox in Melee. He mains freaking Ganondorf out of all characters.
The reason I main Ganondorf is because I am all about giving scrubs the disrespect with my Warlock Punch and the Ganon Stomp. My Ganon disrespects people harder than I did during our last presidential debate. We finally beat Medicare, like, are you serious, Joe? Like the Thrice Guide to Aid.
All right, Donald, that's enough beer for you. I have no idea how you can play this game one-handed and also while being drunk, but you need to stop with the political talk immediately.
Whoa, my bad, guys. This beer just brings out the worst in me. It was probably made in China.
Well, you better get over your drunkenness, because we are about to fight Christine O'Donnell if she was Fiona from DreamWorks Shrek.
Holy crap, that really is Christine O'Donnell as Fiona.
Maybe this is the guy responsible for the creation of those drone-striking birds that have been pestering us throughout this level. I think we should contract him to join the Air Force.
Can we even contract him if he's dead now?
Well, if America can make their 46th president a literal zombie of a human being, then I don't see why we can't have an undead wizard guy work for us over at the Air Force.
You guys really have been getting hit by a lot of the explosives in this level. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have some of these explosive contraptions in our military resources.
Maybe he can make a potion that takes away all of Donald's fat.
Or maybe he can make a potion that prevents you from dying.
You should take that one too, Trump. As well as the one to reduce your fat, maybe he can combine the two of them.
If he combines the two of them, then I should make you drink 1,000,000 doses of it, so you lose all of your muscle and become nothing but a skeleton. Oh wait, that's already what you are.
All right, that's enough from the two of you. You both need to focus on the level at hand so you don't keep dying like idiots.
Hey, Obama, why does your voice sound like it's coming from an Xbox 360 microphone?
Michelle stole my other microphone a few minutes ago so she could go record her first episode of First Ladies Play Lego Friends for the Nintendo DS, which unfortunately for me meant I had to go back to using my Xbox 360 microphone, so hopefully for next video I can get a better sounding one.
Ain't no way Melania and Jill agreed to this. I mean, seriously. Lego Friends for the DS? They could have at least played a better Lego game like Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga.
I actually suggested that they play Lego Star Wars for the Game Boy Advance, but they told me it wasn't their thing.
Only you would enjoy a game designed for unborn babies, Sleepy Joe.
Well, while I continue to enjoy my game for unborn babies, how about you go and lose some weight playing Wii Fit U for the Nintendo Wii U, you orange?
Joe, everyone knows Wii Fit doesn't actually make you lose weight. Anyway, I thought we were playing Shovel Knight, so let's talk about the game. What are your thoughts on this level? Me personally, I think they went a bit too overboard with the hazards. I mean, you're both getting hit left and right like crazy, which helps to prove my point.
If Joe wasn't holding me back, I could clear this stage damageless without breaking a sweat. I really like how much stuff there is to avoid in this level. It keeps it from getting boring, and if your reaction time isn't comparable to a turtle like Joe over here, then you can comfortably avoid the many explosives and hazards this level throws at you. Just take it from me, the greatest platformer player of all time, Donald J. Trump.
If anyone's holding anyone back, it's you, Trumpy. Having to carry around your fat ass is what's making me get hit left and right. You should be thanking me for my assistance, as you'd be more lost than a kid at the supermarket without my help.
Are you kidding me, Joe? You literally just died right as you said whatever that dumb assortment of words you just spewed out.
At least it wasn't as dumb as that fake-ass wig of yours.
So when is the first date?
What the hell?
Shut up, Obama. That's gross.
Well, anyway, boys, we are approaching the end of the level. Are you two ready to face off against Plague Knight?
You know I'm ready, Barack. Let Dominant Donald show you how to make light work of this bum.
If anyone's going to show our viewers how to get the job done, it's going to be me, Papa Joe.
We'll see about that, you walking corpse.
Swell if it isn't the infamous presidential trio. Have you boys come to learn some of my new conspiracy theories?
We don't have time for that, Alex. We need to stop the Enchantress from doing whatever evil plan she's got cooking.
I'm sorry, but the bills don't pay themselves. In exchange for killing you, the Enchantress promised me a buttload of Xbox 360 gift cards, so I won't have to waste my money on video games anymore. And so I will be turning this place into Yemen.
Like hell you will, Alex. We'll be destroying you harder than I did to Trumpy during the 2020 election.
If by that you mean we will be rigging our way to victory, then that's fine by me, Sleepy Joe. Just don't get in my way.
Just so you know, boys, these exploding potions of mine were made in Epstein's Island. I have no idea what's in them, but if they make you go boom, 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 then I'm cool with it.
How in the world were you able to bring potions from a real-world place into the video game world, Alex?
You see, Obama, the Enchantress, has magical powers that exceed your understanding. She was able to rewrite history and make Sonic and Tails playable in Melee in 2001.
Holy crap, dude. Can we stop fighting? And go to whatever universe that is. I mean, come on, Sonic and Tails in Super Smash Bros. Melee. That is like a dream come true.
Are you serious, Donald? You let Alex distract you, and you got us both killed as a result.
You're right, Joe. I'm sorry. Let's get back in there and kick his ass.
We won't let him get away with this.
What the hell? I killed you guys 10 seconds ago. How, in the name of all my conspiracy theories, are you guys back here?
Have you forgotten that we are the goated presidential trio? Ain't nobody in this world got a chance of beating us. And that goes for the Enchantress, too.
I appreciate the motivational speech, Barry, but me and Joe have this fight in the bag.
Like hell you do, you obese pig? Once I'm done with you boys, I will be making a brand new potion out of your corpses.
Are you sure about that, conspiracy theorist? You seem to be running low on steam.
Whatever steam I have left will be enough to finish you two off.
Nonsense, Alex. Just stop bluffing and surrender already.
No, this can't be happening. Not now. How am I going to buy GTA 6 now? You boys will pay for this. I assure you.
Well, I definitely didn't expect Alex to be Plague Knight. But that was a job well done, you two.
Oh, please, Barry, was there ever any doubt that King Donald and Papa Joe would come out on top?
I'm sad we didn't get to see Pinkie Pie as Plague Knight, but whatever, I guess.
Joe, just for that, I am drone striking your Biden bunker when I am back in office.
I'll just use the Ukraine money to build a new one, so do your worst trumping.
All right, that's enough from the two of you. We're about to fight a little kid called Reyes.
Whoa, 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 Barack, what do you mean, little kid?
Keep it together, Sleepy Joe. We can't have you daydreaming about minors. Also, Obama, I think his name is pronounced Reese, but I don't know. This kid really doesn't matter much in the grand scheme of things, but Inspector Knight's campaign, we get to learn more about him.
I wonder if we will ever get to play that campaign. Perhaps we could do so as a speed run or something like that.
Not to interrupt, but it seems like this kid only wants to fight us because he thinks we're part of the Enchantress's Order of No Quarter. To be honest, I don't blame the kid, as we do look pretty intimidating.
Yeah, Joe, but he's too stupid to realize that we aren't the bad guys, so he just charges right at us.
So I was wondering, guys, what do you guys think of those Shovel Knight spin-offs that came out a few years ago? I am, of course, referring to Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon and Shovel Knight Dig.
Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon was a very fun take on the roguelike genre of gaming. I absolutely loved how it combines the gameplay of a puzzle game with that of a dungeon crawler to make a very unique experience that even my senile ass can enjoy.
I bet you only ever play that game with infinite lives, Sleepy Joe. You could never play the game like a true Rouge-like game. Otherwise, you would be replaying the first 3 levels for eternity, as every death would make you have to restart from the very beginning.
Now, I'll have you know I beat the game with 1 life and even got the true ending. Sure, it took me a few attempts to do it, but it was fun to get better at the game, and I enjoyed the process.
Whatever you say, Sleepy Joe, anyway, it looks like Reese finally came to his senses after we spanked him harder than we did King George last episode.
Definitely Trumpy. Anyway, Obama, do you mind if we save the Shovel Knight Dig talk for a bit later?
Yeah, sure thing, Joe. Anyway, pass over the controller, Trump. It's about time I get to play.
All right. Here you go, Obama. Make sure you cook a gourmet meal, got it?
Don't you worry, Donald. I'll make sure to carry Joe's senile ass if I have to.
Hey guys, I've been playing pretty well for someone who's in their 80s. Cut me some slack.
Fair enough, Sleepy Joe. You have been pulling your weight surprisingly well for someone who was alive back when Pangea was a thing.
Isn't Pangea that supercontinent from the Paleozoic era?
Yeah, we learned that in history class, Obama. Also, Joe, we are buying the mail of momentum so that you don't die from knockback.
No, you orange clown, that is not why we are buying the mail of momentum. It is because we agreed since before we started the playthrough that this would be the armor we would settle with because knockback is annoying to deal with.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. Anyway, let's give away free money to these random people so that the funny guy known as Mr. Hat assaults us. We can just recover the gold we lost with the Ukraine money anyway.
I think Mr. Hat is going to be pissed that we are driving away all his customers.
Yes, our helmets are quite lovely. Thank you very much, Mr. Hat, sir.
Don't thank him just yet, Joey boy. He's about to snap and try and kill us right about now.
For a guy called Mr. Hat, he sure does know how to look badass.
As cool as he may be, he is no match for our balls and shovels. Obama?
I'd be careful with your wording, Joe. That could be easily misinterpreted by the majority of the population.
What do you mean, Donald?
I think you are the only one misinterpreting the Donnie. Everyone can clearly see the big green balls you both keep spamming at poor Mr. Hat over there.
Whatever you say, Obama, but the job is not finished, so don't lower your guard against Mr. Hat. He was probably once a member of the Secret Service, considering his fine swordsmanship.
Well, how's that for not lowering my guard? Me and Joe made quick work of him.
Not bad for a pair of Democrats, I guess.
It would appear like Mr. Hat has an addiction to hats.
Just like how your son Hunter.
Shut the hell up, you bowling ball.
Damn, I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, well, it's because when Trumpy falls, he rolls around like a bowling ball and eventually lands a strike on his mountain of McDonald's fries like the fat ass that he is.
Oh, don't you worry, Sleepy Joe. Once you are dead, I will be playing bowling with your corpse on the stairs of the Air Force One.
Okay, that's enough banter for now. Let's get back to the game. Would this be a good time for us to give our opinions on the Shovel Knight Dig game?
I mean, I don't see why not. We're about to fight the character known as the Bays, which no one cares about so much, so might as well talk about something else in the meantime.
Yeah, he is pretty much just an Order of No Quarter reject that eventually gets recruited by Plague Knight in the Plague of Shadows campaign, and even then he doesn't do anything after that. He's pretty much a throwaway character.
Yeah, pretty much Donald. Anyway, so about Shovel Knight Dig. I was excited when it finally came out, but upon playing it for a few hours, I came to the realization that the game gets old really quickly.
It's disappointing for the game to have been as underwhelming as it was. The concept had a lot of potential, but it just wasn't fleshed out. It's a roguelike platformer game with barely any variety when it comes to upgrades and powers up. So every run of the game ends up feeling fairly similar, and thus after you get the true ending for the first time, there really isn't much of a reason to go back to the game, other than if you care for achievements.
I don't think the game is lacking per se, but the price tag of $25 is way too much for the content that is at offer. The worst part is they haven't even finished the game, as there is still one last update that is yet to release that is supposed to add more content to make the game feel more complete.
After the clubhouse game session, me and Joe hopped on Shovel Knight again to get the 2 chalice items from the village, and then go to the Truffle Pond to get the wine from the Truffle King. We'll be visiting him in a bit so we can refill the chalices.
Fair enough. At least now Sleepy Joe can have some insurance for when he inevitably gets hit 50 times from random enemy attacks like the clueless idiot that he is.
Hey man, I don't want to hear it from the guy who lost to the first boss of the game.
Whatever you say, you dusty bag of bones. Anyway, let's humiliate this bum by jumping on his back.
Ooh yeah, that sounds fun.
So are you going to thank me for following along with your idea?
Nah, you would have done it anyway. I mean, who can resist breaking this guy's back?
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, let's go steal some wine from the half-fish, half-apple guy that lives in Shrek's swamp.
I don't know, this doesn't look much like Shrek's swamp. Maybe this is where Hunter gets his substances, though.
Wait a second, does this guy have ice cream for sale?
No, Joe. The Great Truffle King has 3 types of drinks. The wine that restores our health, the blueberry soda that makes us invincible for 10 seconds, and then his piss, which attracts gold for some reason.
Damn well, that's one way to end an episode, Obama. Anyway, viewers, we hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Have a great rest of your day, and may God bless you and your families.
Welcome back, viewers. The Presidential Trio is back for more Shovel Knight, and we are heading into the lair of Mole Knight known as the Lost City.
Are you okay, Barack? You sound depressed as hell over there.
Yeah, sorry about that, Donald. I'm just a bit tired, that's all.
Don't worry, Obama, we're going to have a great time playing Shovel Knight, so try to lighten up.
You're right, Biden. My apologies, viewers. The Obaminator is going to kick some mole ass.
Keep working on it, Obama. I'm sure you'll get back to your normal self in no time.
Anyway, boys, I was wondering how Mole Knight can live in a place like this. I mean, he may be a mole, but he doesn't seem to be immune to lava, so isn't he putting his life in danger by living here?
That is a good observation, Sleepy Joe. I am not completely sure, but I think Mole Knight has the ability to absorb elements and make it his own. In the Shovel Knight Dig game, he has water powers, meaning he adapted to the ways of the sea, while in this game he is able to use lava to his advantage.
That's right, Barack. However, the irony is that despite adapting to the lava, Mole Knight can still be damaged by the Flare Wand relic.
Hey guys, look, we are bouncing on top of a giant cockroach. I'm sure there's some disgusting joke to be made here, but I don't want to creep out your viewers.
Oh, don't worry, Biden. You already creeped them out last gaming session with your comment about Princess Peach being your queen and how you bet her hair smells nice. I wonder what Jill would think if she heard you say such things.
She would respect my fine taste in video game characters. I even heard her calling Link from the Legend of Zelda series her daddy the other day. She said he reminds her of me when I was young and hot.
Okay, there is so much wrong with that sentence. Where do I even begin? Your wife actually simps for video game characters too. And there is no way Jill actually considered you hot. You have been a fossil for far too long for her to have even seen you at a young age.
That's not true, Donald. I actually knew Biden when he was in his 30s and he was a handsome young man back then.
Are you gay or something, Obama? What kind of man calls another man handsome?
Shut the hell up, Donald. You literally called me daddy after I beat you so badly in that basketball game we played last time.
No, Biden, that's different because I didn't mean it in a sexual way, but I guess you're too old and senile to understand that words can have different meanings. Everyone nowadays is so dirty-minded like damn.
Well, I didn't mean what I said in a weird way either. Let's just drop this conversation. I'm sure the viewers are already tired of it.
Whatever you say, Barack. Anyway, this level's music goes hard. I gotta hand it to the Jake Kaufman, the composer of this game's soundtrack, as he is the greatest video game composer of all time.
I don't know about that one, Donald. I think Koji Kondo, the composer for the mainline Mario game, is the most goated video game composer of all time. I mean, almost all of his tracks are so iconic.
Oh yeah, and he also did the soundtrack for a lot of Zelda games. He is definitely better than this Jake person.
While Kojo Kono is a great composer in his own right, I just personally prefer Jake as he's done the soundtracks for all the Shovel Knight games and also most of the Shantae series. Jake is pretty much the Koji Kondo of indie game soundtracks if you think about it.
I do agree with you on that, Donald, and I am surprised to see that you didn't just disregard what me and Joe said just to say that your opinion is superior like that.
I only do that when my opinion is indeed the correct one, but in this case you and Joe were not completely wrong. It's like comparing two goats. They're both goats, so it doesn't really matter who's better.
Is that so, Donald? So what do you say about us then? We are both goated presidents after all.
No, Biden, you are not a goated president. You literally made the gas prices go up. Not even Obama would have done that, and he literally drone striked Yemen.
Trump, you fat orange, how did you not realize Biden was just instigating you?
Yeah, you're right, Barack. I need to stop falling for that. Biden just loves seeing me get upset all the time, huh?
Yeah, pretty much, Donald.
Damn this stupid section. Thank God the editor can just skip ahead to when we make it past it.
Hey, Biden, why do you just stay behind Obama like that sometimes? Are you too scared to keep up with him during tough sections?
Nah, I'm just too busy eating my Barbie movie branded ice cream to keep up with Obama.
Ah, that's cap, and you know it. You're just a pussy who isn't good at the game and just lets the others do everything for him. Unlike me, I am the greatest to ever play Shovel Knight, and I'm pretty sure I've died the least in the entire playthrough so far.
All right, Donald, nobody cares about who the best at this game is. Anyway, looks like Chester is doing business here in the middle of nowhere, too. I hope he doesn't get burned by the lava.
I hope so too, Obama, anyway. It looks like we are too poor to afford the relic, so editor, please skip to when we can afford it.
So it looks like we are going to be purchasing the Dust Knuckles. Hey, Obama, aren't these the gloves Michelle uses to beat your ass when you've been a bad boy?
Screw you, Donald. At least my wife actually corrects me when I'm wrong and is a good influence on me and the kids. Unlike Melania, who probably teaches your kids to steal money from you like the money rat she is.
I'll have you know, Obama, that Melania does not...
Look, guys, I'm bouncing on the green slime.
You know what? Forget about it. Anyway, this bouncy slime is a pretty cool set piece of this level.
I agree, Donald. I especially like how you have to use those green blobs to turn the lava into bouncy slime. We will be seeing that mechanic very soon, actually.
I love how you two go from arguing about your wives into having a peaceful conversation about the level in the game. Maybe we should use Shovel Knight to settle our differences with other world leaders in a peaceful manner. Just imagine Shovel Knight could be the cause for ending all world wars.
Nah, I'm pretty sure Putin started the Ukraine war because they did a Shovel Knight tier list in which Shovel Knight Dig wasn't S tier, and that pissed off Putin so much he went to war over it.
Imagine thinking Shovel Knight Dig is S tier. They still haven't even finished the game, bro.
Holy crap, Joe, you legit jumped on that bouncy slime at the very last second. You would have died to the lava had you landed even a second later.
What can I say, Donald? That's just how Papa Joe clutches things up.
Gosh, I love how the Dust Knuckles make quick work of these Knight enemies, as they are usually a pain in the ass to fight, but the Dust Knuckles break through their defenses like how the immigrants broke through Trump's wall.
Oh, hell no. The immigrants never broke through my wall, Obama. My wall is the greatest wall of all time, I tell you. Not even the Great Wall of China can compare to it.
Keep coping, Donald, anyway, boys. What do you think of the level so far? I think this level puts lava levels in Mario games to shame, as there is so much creativity here. With the bouncy slime and the lava-walking cockroaches, this isn't your typical run-of-the-mill lava level, that's for sure.
Were you having a stroke at the end, Biden? Jokes aside, though, I have to admit that this level isn't one of my favorites, as I don't like auto-scrollers and platformers, but it's not like the whole level is like that. Regardless, I just think this level has a slow pace to it, which isn't my style, but it's still a good level.
The level technically isn't even an auto-scroller, Donald. It only seems that way because the cockroaches walk at a pretty slow pace. And yeah, the pace of the level is somewhat slow because of the times where you have to stop because of the lava and whatnot. But not every level needs to be fast-paced, and this level doesn't even come close to being boring.
Looks like we're already at the boss, guys. Let's give it our all, Obama.
That's right, Joe. Let's kick this mole's ass.
I wonder who the Enchantress picked to possess the body of Mole Knight. Guess we will see.
Man, it hot down here. That damn Enchantress better get me that there Kirby for helping her out.
Well, after seeing Spectre Knight as Shadow, then I guess King D did as Mole Knight. Isn't that surprising?
What are you blabbing about over there? Come closer so I can kick your ass already.
Sorry, Deeded, but I have a date with Shield Knight coming up, so we gotta beat you into submission, so I'm not late to it.
You could at least spell my name correctly, you old hag. It's spelled D-D-D. You decrepit piece of dog turd.
Hey, Diddy, how do you like our balls?
Pause.
Get out of here with your sus crap. I'm gonna squash you old hags to smithereens.
You don't stand a chance against the Democratic duo. Our green balls already took down half your health, and there's more where that came from.
Taken stronger beatings in my life before. You senile twats aren't anywhere close to as strong as Kirby.
The fact you are glazing your arch nemesis just proves that you're pathetic. Just give up already.
Fine. I may have lost this time, but the next time we meet, I shall destroy all of you.
Well, I gotta say that was a pleasant surprise. I hope we see more Nintendo characters moving forward.
Only time will tell, Sleepy Joe. Also, what the hell was that about you going on a date with Shield Knight?
Yeah, Biden, don't be stupid. We're on a quest to save Shield Knight, so there's no way you can go on a date with her. And there's also the fact she isn't even real, and also that you are married to Jill. We literally went over this in the first episode.
Barack, you know that Joe's dementia flows through his veins so much so that he forgets everything 5 seconds after he hears it. Anyway, pass the controller, Obama. It's time for Dominant Donald to cook.
Fine. Just don't make a fool out of yourself. So viewers, we are now in the lair of Treasure Knight, also known as the Iron Whale.
As far as water levels go, this definitely goes high on the tier list of them. I mean, the water doesn't even hinder your mobility. All the water really does is increase your jump height.
Yeah, but there is an argument to be made that the developers were simply too lazy to add swimming to the game, so they came up with this solution. Nonetheless, this decision ultimately led to a higher quality level.
I see your point, Barack, but like literally nobody likes water levels, in the same way that nobody likes or cares or will ever remember Biden's disaster of a presidency.
Hey man, you're not going to compare water levels with politics.
Water levels are like politics. Sleepy Joe, they are boring. The only reason I ran for office is because I lost a bet against one of my business colleagues, and that led to me campaigning for the presidency.
Trump, did you really just ran for office just because you lost a bet? What kind of bet even was that?
It was a bet we made over one of the casino minigames in Super Mario 64 DS. You know, the ones with Luigi. We were doing some virtual gambling, and then we made a bet on one of the games. If he won, I'd have to run for office, but if I won, he'd have to try skydiving. He's actually afraid of heights, so basically the bet was that whoever lost had to do something they didn't want to do, and I didn't want to run for office, but I lost a bet, so I did.
Donald, that is the stupidest bet I've heard in my life.
Bro really paid the Luigi tax after that one.
Well, moving on from that, I gotta say I like how the gold floats up after we dig it up. It adds some realism to the game.
Oh yeah, because we totally needed realism in a game with talking fish and bipedal horses.
It's the thought that counts, Obama. They didn't need to add that detail, but they did. Also, Joe, you gotta start keeping up with me or else you're going to get screwed over by the level.
Bro, I just get scared sometimes and don't know what to do.
I understand that, Joe, but staying in one place while me or Obama do most of the work isn't going to help you get better at the game. You just got to be brave and follow along. Even if you die, at least you're still trying. But not doing anything isn't cool.
I just sometimes feel like this game wasn't tested with 2 players in mind. Like sometimes I genuinely feel like even if I did follow behind you guys, that I would still ultimately die no matter what I do.
I think there are some sections in the game like that, but it's only the side areas that host a simple chest containing gold. I'm pretty sure any mandatory section of all the levels can be beaten by both players simultaneously. It's just a little bit harder for the person following behind in some cases. Like your most recent death could have been avoided had you jumped on the platform at the same time as Donald.
Listen, Joe, we may argue a lot, but we are a team when it comes to this game, and we are here to support you. Just keep trying your best, and we'll be there for you.
That actually made me feel better, so thanks guys. It's weird hearing Donald be so nice and supportive. Do you guys mind if I take a 1-minute break from playing though?
Yeah, I don't mind that, Joe. By the way, guys, I was thinking that after this level, we start a tier list of the levels in this game.
That is a great idea, Donald. But there are levels we haven't shown off to the viewers yet, so perhaps we could do this across multiple episodes.
We will figure it out as we go along, but for this episode, we can just go ahead and rank the levels we have played so far in our adventure. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'm cool with that, Trump.
Sounds good to me. Also, are we not going to talk about these random-ass tentacles coming out of the walls?
Don't look too deep into it, Joe. Anyway, I haven't mentioned it until now, but I hate these gray crabs because unlike the purple ones, you can't kill them, so they just get in your way like this.
Yeah, I can tell Donald also I'm back in the game, boys.
That's awesome, Joe. But it looks like we are about to approach the mini-boss of this level. You're both at pretty low health, so I'd advise you both to be careful against him.
I like how the game disguises this boss as a chest to trick you into opening it, just for it to surprise you with a giant anglerfish.
Well, it actually isn't a disguise, as we will be seeing our friend Chester again once we beat the boss. If anything, the anglerfish is holding Chester hostage until we kick his ass.
Oh, fiddlesticks, I forgot to shovel drop on the gray crab.
Don't worry, Joe, you did great out there. Just let King Donald take it from here.
This boss can be a bit lengthy if you only use your shovel, since you can't shovel drop on the chest to damage it. Maybe use the flare wand after your shovel attack to do more damage.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, Obama, but thanks for the tip anyway. I'll make quick work of this anglerfish who is so ugly that not even his mother loves him.
Damn, Donald, you didn't need to roast the fish. Animals have feelings too, you know.
Nah, screw that, Joe. This anglerfish doesn't deserve to have his feelings respected. Not after he kidnapped our friend Chester, who so kindly sells us his relic weapons for us to use.
And the weapon he just sold to us is the throwing anchor. This weapon is really useful for taking on airborne threats like that which you fought earlier, Donald.
Wait, isn't this just the axe sub-weapon from the Castlevania games?
Yes, Sleepy Joe, it's basically the same weapon. Like we went over in the first episode of the series, this game was inspired by classics such as Mario, Mega Man, and of course Castlevania. So you are bound to notice similarities to those games.
Did you guys know that the shovel drop attack was actually inspired by the down thrust in Zelda 2?
I always thought they stole that from the game DuckTales.
Yeah, that is a pretty common misconception, Joe, but damn the fact the developers over at Yacht Club Games even remember a bum-ass game like Zelda 2 is crazy.
You take that back, Donald. Zelda 2 is my favorite game in the series.
Oh, of course, the Sleepy Fossil loves the Sleepy game. Literally any other game in the series is better than this game, Joe. How stupid can you be?
You don't get it, Donald. This game holds a special place in my heart because me and Hunter played it all the time back in the 80s.
Was this before or after his substance addiction?
Donald, he literally said he played it with him during the 80s. You must be developing dementia now.
Like hell, I am developing dementia. The great Donald J. Trump knows and remembers all things Obama. If anyone will develop dementia, it will definitely be you.
Whatever you say, you fat orange. Anyway, viewers, if you're wondering why Joe is dead, it's actually because we spent an embarrassingly long amount of time on that section, so we had to cut out a lot of it. You can blame the editor for sucking ass at the game.
Hey, Obama, don't break the fourth wall like that. The only wall worth breaking is Trump's wall anyway.
That's crazy coming from the guy who keeps dying in this game. If anything, this game will break you so badly you won't be able to put a dent in my wall.
Tell you what, Donald, if I die another time during this level, I will admit that the 2020 election was rigged. How about that?
Damn well, I can't wait for your inevitable death then.
Moving on from this, I advise you both to be careful with those anchor platforms as they'll plummet down as soon as they reach the top.
If anyone needs to be careful here, it is definitely Joe. He's consistently continued to die every time he's been behind us, so why would this be any different?
Let me show you what I made of Trumpy.
Yeah, you're not showing me much by getting hit by that anchor. I know you're old and senile, but you can at least see what's in front of you.
Don't worry about that. At least I didn't die. Now watch as I complete this section without dying.
Not bad, Sleepy Joe. Keep playing like that, and I might just call you Daddy again.
Oh, I would love that, Donald.
What the hell, Joe?
We are just messing around, Barack. Don't interpret it the wrong way.
Okay, well, whatever, moving on then. Viewers, I hope you have been enjoying the video so far. If you would like to see this series be completed sooner, then we would really appreciate if you dropped a like and a sub to motivate the editor to keep making these videos for you guys.
Damn, Obama, I didn't know we were begging for likes and subs now.
Yeah, Barack, that's pretty cringe. People like YouTubers who don't ask for likes and subs.
Well, the YouTube algorithm hasn't been very kind to us, so I thought I had to say something. Regardless, we are very grateful to each and every one of you who watches these videos. Whether you are subbed or not, or whether you like the video or not, it is very much appreciated that you are here and enjoying our content, and we hope you all continue to support us.
Well, all right then, boys. We are nearing the end of the level, so let's lock in for whoever is waiting for us at the end.
I hope we get to fight Barney the dinosaur.
Joe, I can guarantee you right now that we will not be fighting Barney today or ever for that matter.
All right, enough fooling around, you two. The time has come to give Treasure Knight the presidential spanking.
Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct. In today's presentation, I will beat the crap out of Donald Trump and Joe Biden.
It is such an honor to meet you, Mr. Reggie, but I must ask, why are you working for the Enchantress?
After I left Nintendo, I began to despise the company for their disgusting business decisions. The Enchantress simply offered to help me take them down.
Then I guess we have no choice but to crack you open like an egg.
My body is ready, and you boys both know what that means.
We aren't scared of you, Reggie. You are a fellow former president, just like us, so you don't stand a chance against the three of us.
Shut the hell up, Obama. Satoru Iwata and I were way better presidents than you ever were.
Whatever you say, Reggie. You might have made Nintendo great again, but we presidents made America great again, so accept your defeat already.
You guys both know this wasn't a fair fight. With a wad of sand by my side, we would have cooked you old hags for dinner.
Cry about it, you nerd.
I don't mind losing to you guys. I need to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
I guess you got what you wanted, Joe. Reggie is technically a Nintendo character if you think about it.
Shut the hell up, Donald. We are about to see my darling queen, Shield Knight, once again, and I will not have any of you ruin this moment for me.
Joe, you need to stop being sis like this or the viewers are going to unsubscribe.
Shield Knight, baby, you're so cool. And with my presidency, we are going to rule. Shield Knight, baby, understand. I'm going to love you until the very end. Peaches, 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 peaches. Shield Knight, Shield Knight, Shield Knight, Shield Knight, Shield Knight. I love you, you.
Okay, what the hell did I just listen to? First you're talking about Shield Knight, and then your dementia ass randomly brings up Princess Peach like, are you retarded, Joe?
Trump, we can't say that word in the channel as it could be offensive to some people.
No, Shield Knight, baby, don't leave. I didn't even get to sniff your hair or smell your feet.
Okay, I've had enough of your cis crap, Joe. You need to seek Jesus immediately.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I think Hunter put some of his illegal substances on my pills again. And that's why I'm acting up like this.
Okay, well, moving on from that, I think it's time we start with our Shovel Knight levels tier list. Since you guys are already playing, then I'll just set up the tier list myself and we can start discussing the levels from there.
Yeah, that sounds good, Obama. We are about to play the Dust Knuckles side level, and then we will be taking on the Hall of Champions, which is technically another side level.
Okay, so the first level we are ranking is the Plains. I personally think this is one of the best levels in the game due to how great of a first impression it is for a new player. The level design is simply genius with how it teaches the player how to play the game without even being a tutorial.
Yeah, there is no doubt that this level deserves at the very least bottom of S tier.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, Barack, now put Pridemore Keep in S tier too, or I'm gonna say the N-word and get us canceled.
Damn, bro, relax. I was gonna put it in S anyway, but is it higher than the Plains or not?
Yeah, I think it is. If only because the music goes so hard and the aesthetic of the castle, both inside and outside, is just so beautiful. The level is also really creative with its gimmicks, such as the falling chandeliers and the books that summon platforms.
Yeah, once again, I have nothing to add to the conversation, as the level is simply that good. But I definitely have stuff to say about the Lich Yard. This level is so close to being awesome, but the darkness gimmick kills it for me.
Nah, you just gotta get better at the game, Sleepy Joe. The great Donald J. Trump can look past the flashing lights and darkness and admit that this level is very well crafted. Put it in the A tier, Obama.
No, Donald, this level is like the only one in the game that can physically hurt to play if you suffer from epilepsy. This level belongs at the bottom of the tier list in the C tier. And yes, viewers, C tier will be the lowest tier, as even the worst level in this game is still a pretty decent level, all things considered.
Yeah, and also we forgot to mention this, but we will only be ranking the main levels. So we won't be ranking the side levels, unfortunately. But if we did rank them, then I think they'd all be C tier, but lower than the Lich Yard. And then the Hall of Champions would probably be C tier too, but above the Lich Yard.
Okay, so I need to make a small intervention to tell the viewers that we just got scammed by that bird lady and are now entering a haunted house of sorts known as the Hall of Champions. This level doesn't have too much going on in it since all we do is kill ghosts until the area gets lit up.
Oh yeah, Donald, you forgot to mention how this level is actually the developers thanking the people who donated on Kickstarter to allow them to get this game finished. In this level, we see a bunch of portraits of seemingly random people, but those people are actually the Kickstarter backers that donated at least $200 or more.
Yeah, that's true, Joe. Anyway, it's about time we rank the Explodatorium. Obama, don't you even think about putting this in S tier just because it has bombs and drone strikes in it.
I wasn't going to do that, you obese pig.
Screw you, Barack.
Relax, guys. Anyway, I think the Explodatorium belongs in B tier as it has too many hazards, which makes the level rather annoying to play, in my opinion.
Yeah, even I have to admit this level goes crazy with the hazards, but just out of spite, I'm going to agree with you on the B tier placing. I won't be having any drone strikes in S or a tier.
Alas, I am outnumbered on this, so whatever. Now it's time for the Lost City.
This level probably deserves to be in the A tier. The bouncy slime gimmick is just so fun to interact with that I can overlook the semi-auto scroller sections with the cockroaches.
Yes, I agree. I think this level could have been S tier without those cockroach sections, as those do kind of kill the pace, but otherwise it's a great level.
That's cool and all, but hear me out on this. The Iron Whale is B tier. I give it credit for not being like every other water level where they limit your movement options by forcing you to swim. But honestly, despite that, I just don't think this level goes as hard as the other ones in the game, excluding the ones in C tier, of course. There are a few very annoying sections, such as the one with the stairs and the missiles, which took us a bit to get past.
I see where you are coming from, Joe, but honestly, that's more of a skill issue on our part that it took us so long to get past that section. I think at the very least the Iron Whale should go above the Explodatorium since the Iron Whale doesn't bombard us with hazards like crazy.
Fair enough. Yeah, I do admit this level just isn't a favorite of mine, but I can live with it being higher than the Explodatorium.
I would put it in D tier personally.
Obama, you're just saying that because you can't swim.
Shut the hell up, Donald. I was just joking. I'm fine with the placing. Anyway, viewers, here is the tier list so far. We will come back to this next episode when we have played the remaining main levels.
Well, now that the tier list is over, then I guess we should talk about the level a little more. But honestly, I don't know what else there is to say as we've just been killing ghosts for a while.
Yeah, Joe, we've just been here putting the souls of your ancestors to rest. Hey, maybe you should join them while you're at it.
How about I turn you into a ghost, you fake toupee-wearing bastard?
Damn, bro is so mad his voice changed.
All right, enough of this. We should be wrapping up this level pretty soon, and I believe there will be a boss at the end. But I don't think they'll be possessed by any random character or person we know, as they share no ties with the Enchantress.
If I recall correctly, the boss of this level is called the Big Creep. It's like the King Boo of the Shovel Knight series, if you think about it.
I think you only say that because it's a bigger version of the regular ghost enemies.
Well, he also has a hat, if that helps. It may not be a crown, but it's still something he wears on his head, just like King Boo with his signature crown.
I see your point, Joe. Anyway, boys, this should be the last room we have to clear up before we can proceed to the boss. I hope the souls of Biden's ancestors can rest in peace after this.
Whatever you say, you goldfish cracker. I'm ready to kick some ghost ass, even though we technically can't kick a ghost's ass.
Just do your best, you two. I believe in you both.
Who the hell dares to disturb me from my sleep?
Crooked Hillary, why the hell are you here?
Out of all the people that could have shown up, did it just have to be you, Donald? And to answer your question, the Enchantress was originally going to use my soul to possess one of her knights, but then she rejected me and casted my soul into a stupid, dumb ghost.
Well, it serves you right, you old hag. I mean, how dare you make such cringeworthy jokes like Pokemon Go to the polls?
You still haven't forgotten about that, you rotten orange? I don't even play Pokemon, you idiot. I was just trying to stay hip with the kids. The last video game I even played was Lego Races on the Nintendo 64.
Who the hell even remembers that game? Your taste in gaming is worse than your presidential campaign.
Wait, Obama, I do remember that game. I used to play Lego Racers on the Nintendo 64 as well, and it was such a good time with my family. We even preferred it over Mario Kart for a while.
Sleepy Joe, don't defend her. She is our enemy in this game, and we need to focus on defeating her for good.
Have I given you a bad time already? Because I'm going to squeeze the orange out of you, Donald. You will pay for ruining my life.
Yeah, I don't think so, Hillary. Me and the boys are on a quest to save Shield Knight from the clutches of the Enchantress, so we gotta send your soul to rest alongside Biden's ancestors.
Yeah, whatever you say, fat ass.
No, this can't be happening to me. First, you ruined my chance of being the first lady to rule over the United States, and now you come to torment me in my moment of weakness. Curse you, Donald, and screw you too, Barack and Joe.
Yeah, go write a book about it, you ugly old hag.
Well, that was one crazy episode, not gonna lie. We hope all of you viewers enjoyed it.
That's right, Joe. Viewers, we hope you all have a great rest of your day and that you stay safe out there. We really do appreciate each and every one of you who watches our content, and we hope you stay with us for the long run.
May God bless you all. But that's all for today, so peace out, boys.
I can't wait for their inevitable downfall.
Everything has gone according to plan. And it is all thanks to you, my dear Tucker.
Whatever you say, old hag. I'm only doing this to protect Shield Knight.
What a pity. Anyway, I gotta go, so bye.
Whoa, was that the Enchantress just now? And Tucker, I didn't expect you to be the Black Knight. Why did you fight us that other time?
Because I don't need you idiots getting in my way. Only I alone can stop the Enchantress from fulfilling her evil desires.
But Tucker, you don't need to do this alone. Let us lend you a hand so we can more easily put a stop to this great evil.
I've made up my mind, Obama. If you boys intend to get in my way, then I have no choice but to spar with you once again.
I guess this means we will be giving you your well-deserved second spanking.
Your orange ass could never spank me, Donald. You're too slow and fat to ever catch me.
Then maybe I'll use my weight to crush you next time.
Oh, don't make me laugh. You wouldn't even be able to get off the ground to even attempt such a thing.
Hey, Tucker, you really have no right to say such things when you're getting spanked by a so-called dementia patient.
Yeah, whatever. I guess I lost this time. But you guys only won because I was distracted by the Enchantress. Next time we meet, I will win for sure.
We'll see about that nerd.
So viewers, we would like to apologize for the abrupt opening to the episode. We thought it would be cool to start things off strong instead of the usual boring introductions.
That's right, Barack, and also, if you guys haven't noticed yet, for some reason today we will not be playing in multiplayer, as Biden wanted to redeem himself for his mediocre performance last episode and show everyone what he's made of.
That's right, everyone. Papa Joe will be cooking his finest meal yet.
Hey Joe, I noticed you changed Shovel Knight's armor to the golden one that is literally useless.
But Barry, you gotta admit it looks cool as hell when he jumps even as sparkles coming out of him.
I like to think of this armor as a flex. Like, yeah, the armor is basically useless, but that's what makes it so badass. Plus, it's literally made out of gold. I went back and redid the older levels to get the money to get this armor, and a couple of other side upgrades, like being able to dig up piles of dirt in one swing of the shovel.
Well, those side upgrades will definitely come in handy next episode when Obama and I take on the final stretch of the game.
Hey boys, I was wondering what you guys think of this level's music. For me, this is easily the best song in the entire Shovel Knight series.
I ain't even gonna lie, Barack, that is the best take you've had in your entire life. Shovel Knight music already pushed the boundaries of what can be done with 8-bit music, but this level's theme is simply peak.
This entire soundtrack is peak Sleepy Joe. However, I think this song in particular is glazed far too much. Now, the version of this song from Spectre Knight's campaign, on the other hand, now that is truly peak.
That version goes hard too, but this one came first, so we wouldn't have that version without the original.
Whatever you say, Obama. Anyway, I was wondering if you installed some drone strike devices in this airship, as we seem to be getting blasted by cannonballs, and they just so happen to be black, just like you, Barry.
Donald, you racist scumbag, I did not install drone strikes into this damn airship. You better watch your mouth, or I'm going to actually drone strike your obese Cheeto puff tax evading McDonald's VIP customer looking ass.
Your words wound me, Barry. I have feelings too, you know. Maybe next time I say something out of pocket like that, you could just call me out for it instead of roasting me.
Nah, you definitely deserve that roast trumping. Anyway, boys, I'm just fisting my way to victory against this mini-boss. The dust knuckles are so underrated, I wonder why people don't use them more.
I think it's because they have short range, so it's difficult to use them in most situations. However, against armored enemies or that mini-boss you just defeated, I think the dust knuckles are definitely the optimal weapon to use to make quick work of them.
I always hate this part because of how annoying it is to get past the air pushing you up when you're trying to go down.
I agree with you, Joe, but the great ones like us can overcome all challenges.
And it looks like our best friend Chester is back at it again selling relics. Although I don't understand why he would be doing business in some random part of an airship like this.
I like to think Chester just knows we're going to come to all these places, so he preemptively sets up shop in them and waits for us to come so he can sell us relics.
Okay, that's cool and all you guys, but are we not going to talk about the propeller dagger? The relic we just obtained? This relic is really fun to use as it lets you dash forward even while in the air.
Yeah, let's not talk about my death, as that was complete and utter bullcrap as that enemy blowed me away and I couldn't do anything about it.
Don't worry, Joe. That enemy was probably sent by China to screw you over.
Anyway, boys, I was wondering, why did you guys make that Fire Emblem video without me? And George was there too, which surprised me, but at the same time, I know the George inside of King Knight's body isn't the same one as the one from our world. As a matter of fact, it would seem like these souls the Enchantress picked aren't actually their real-life counterparts at all. Although they do retain their memories, it would seem.
Me and Joe were just in the voice call together talking about Fire Emblem when we suddenly got into an argument about Ike's viability. We didn't really think to call you, and George just joined the call randomly. Honestly, I think we should have him join us for other games that aren't Shovel Knight, as it would be confusing to have him and his King Knight counterpart in the same place.
Yeah, I would be down to have George play some other game with us. But Donald, I was going to ask you about this level's auto-scrolling section. Do you think this level sucks because of it, or do you tolerate it?
Well, honestly, Sleepy Joe, it is a low point for the level, but despite that, I still think this level is S tier. If you guys agree, then Obama can just place it there right now on the tier list.
You don't have to ask me twice, Donald. I'm putting it in S tier right as we speak.
When I play this game casually, I always save this level for last, but I wanted to try doing it as early as possible this time just for fun.
Yeah, this level really feels like it was designed to be played last due to how challenging it can be, but you're making it look easy, Joe.
Well, he already died once, so let's not pretend like he's playing like a pro or anything.
All right, Don, I'll tell you what, I will get through the next section of the level without grabbing the checkpoint. If I die, then you can make fun of me all you want.
Then I guess I'll be mocking you very soon, Sleepy Joe, as there is no way you'll get through this final section without dying. Even the great Donald J. Trump, died here the first time I played the level, so your senile ass definitely won't be able to get through it deathless.
Donald, just shut your Orange Club penguin-looking ass up and let Joe focus already.
Don't worry, Barack, I'm about to pop off so hard you'll be calling me Shovel God Joe. Damn it, I just realized I could have kept going forward, but I hesitated.
Don't worry, Joe, you're doing just fine so far.
Joe, if you were truly a god at this game, you would have killed the propeller rat and kept moving forward.
That's what I was trying to do, dumbass, but my shovel didn't have enough range to reach it.
No, Biden, that's a skill issue on your part. You could have just inched forward a little more and you would have been able to kill it and continued moving forward at the same time.
That's enough out of you, Trump. Biden, you did well in getting to the end of the stage without dying, but now we gotta focus up because we are about to face Propeller Night.
What's up, losers? Banging Bill in the house.
Who are you calling losers? All three of us were way more beloved presidents than you ever were, Mr. Monica Lewinsky.
That's Cap, and you know it. Did you know I was part of the inspiration behind Sonic the Hedgehog? That alone makes me the coolest president of all time.
Look, Bill, we're just trying to reach the Enchantress to rescue Shield Knight. Could you please spare us the fight and move out of our way?
No, I can't do that, homie, or else the Enchantress won't pay me. I'm looking forward to spending my next paycheck on a sealed VHS copy of Pixar's Cars.
That's a weird way to spend your paycheck, Bill, but you'll have to wait another day for that because you're going to get your ass spanked by the Jobliterator. With my shovel in hand, you'll fall to my feet with grace.
Like hell, I'll be falling to your decrepit, smelly, rancid, ice cream-filled feet, you fossiled idiot. Get ready to have your senile ass impaled by my sword.
That Zaza you are on must be really good build. You have drone-striking cannons as well as your sword and your propeller helmet, and you still haven't put a dent on Joe's health.
You never stood a chance against me, Bill, but it was a good fight regardless.
I swear on my life, next time we meet, I'm going to make mincemeat of you all.
Crazy how we encountered Bill right after fighting his wife in the last episode. But anyway, Joe, you played very well, and I am excited to see how you perform in the stages to come.
Don't you worry, Barack. I'll make sure to play so well that you guys call me the LeBron James of Shovel Knight.
The LeBron James of Shovel Knight? Does that mean you're going to be goated and then fall off harder than you did at the stairs of the Air Force One?
How about I show you my skills right now as I am going to fight the Phantom Striker, the last overworld boss of the game. I bet you my presidency that I can beat him in under 20 seconds.
I'd love to see you try your fossilized hair sniffer.
I'm just going to spam the green balls that I used to play with when I was a child back in the Mesozoic era with the dinosaurs. Bro doesn't stand a chance.
Don't get too cocky, Joe. You don't want to fumble the bag and then have Donald make fun of you for it.
Papa Joe doesn't need to worry about fumbling the bag when he's already owning the bag like he did to Trump in the 2020 election.
Big, but whatever. Good job on defeating the boss in under 20 seconds, Sleepy Joe. Maybe there's still some hope left for your decrepit old ass.
Damn, that's a lot of money he just dropped. I didn't expect some random bum to be carrying around so much gold.
You see, Obama, when you read my book, The Art of the Deal, even a bum like him is capable of becoming rich.
Nobody cares, you Winnie the Pooh looking ass. Anyway, we are entering the lair of Polar Night, a pretty fun level if I do say so myself. Probably the best snow-themed level in any platformer now that I think about it.
I disagree strongly, Sleepy Joe. While this level known as the Stranded Ship is a pretty solid level in its own right, you can't just say it is the best snow level in all of platformers. There's a lot of platformer games out there, and a lot of them have snow-themed levels. And let me tell you, Joe, some of the snow-themed galaxies from Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 make this level look like ass.
Barack, I just remembered how goated the Freeze Flame Galaxy level from Super Mario Galaxy is. It's so creative how it incorporates ice and lava elements into a single level.
That level is pretty good, Donald, but I am talking about snow levels, not ice levels, you wig-wearing idiot.
First of all, Joe, my hair is the realest hair you'll ever see in your life, although you're basically dead, so I guess it's the realest hair you'll ever see in your afterlife. And ice levels are pretty much the same as snow levels, Sleepy Joe. The themes are so similar that they often get combined into the same level.
I beg to differ, Donald. While it is true that they are similar and can sometimes overlap, there are things that are unique to each of them. You don't necessarily need to incorporate ice physics into a snow-themed level, and you don't have to incorporate a Christmas aesthetic into an ice level.
Okay, that's fair, Sleepy Joe, but Obama, why did you have to hide bombs inside of those snow blocks in this level?
I didn't hide those bombs, you annoying orange. It was probably Polar Knight who put them there to stop us from reaching him. He must be a real bum if he has to rely on cheap tactics like that to destroy us.
Oh, whatever you say, Mr. Drone Striker. Anyway, back to the topic of snow levels. I was wondering what you guys' favorite snow or ice level is.
For me, it has to be the Winter Horns world from Kirby and the Forgotten Land. The music, the atmosphere, that abandoned city covered in snow, it's got this haunting beauty to it. And the levels? You've got frozen bridges, icy tunnels, even a whole blizzard blowing through. Snow levels in Kirby games in the past were never all that special, so it was genuinely surprising to see them cook up such a masterpiece of a world where every level is peak.
That's a pretty cool choice, Joe. As for me, I am a huge fan of Ice Cap Zone from the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 game. This zone makes you feel like a badass from the very beginning as you start out riding on a snowboard through the snowy landscape. Not to mention the zone's music was composed by the one and only Michael Jackson himself, which just adds to the coolness of the zone.
Those are tremendous choices, boys. But hear me out for a moment. The Chimp's ice skating challenges from Super Mario Galaxy 2 are simply amazing. I love going back to them every now and then and trying to beat my high score, and the Chimp himself is such a nice fella. I wonder if he's related to you in any way, Barack.
I'll take that as a compliment since I do enjoy that little dude's challenge stages, but lay off on the racist jokes, Donald.
Yeah, my bad, Barry, but anyway, what's up with these hairy guys throwing spears at us? What do they have against our boy Shovel Knight? Like, did he piss on their toilets and didn't flush it or something?
I'm trying so hard to resist the temptation to not sniff their hair, but I think I might just give in.
Well, unfortunately for you, Sleepy Joe, that is the last we will see of that enemy for the entirety of this level and this game as a whole, I believe. Should have sniffed him when you had the chance, buddy.
Damn this stupid level. I wanted to see more of those fluffy fur balls. They are simply amazing.
Joe, what in the actual hell did you just make me listen to? I swear one of these days I'm going to send your senile ass to a mental hospital and have them take a look at your brain to see what in blazes is wrong with you.
Leave him alone, Donald. He just died in the game, so he needs to focus up so he doesn't die again.
Obama, the reason he died is because out of nowhere he started simping for those hairy-ass enemies from before. It's entirely his fault, and he needs to get his head back in the game immediately.
Well, how's this for getting my head back in the game? We are about to buy another relic from Chester, this time being the Warhorn relic. This relic in particular isn't very useful since there aren't many situations where you need to wipe out a lot of enemies at once. Plus, it costs a lot of magic to use.
Yeah, that's true, Joe. Out of all the relics in the game, this is probably the one I've used the least.
I personally do like it quite a bit just for the funny sound it makes when you use it.
Yeah, I bet to you it sounds like Mad Shell's Gorilla Primal Call when she's summoning all her subjects, including you, Barry.
Donald, I've had enough of your bullcrap. Come here, you orange orangutan. I'm gonna rip that fake-ass toupee off of you.
Wait, Barry, have mercy on me, please. It was just a prank, bro.
Will you guys quit it with your yapping? I'm trying to focus on the game, and this part is kind of tricky since these buggers keep throwing their hammers at me.
You know what, Joe, you're right. I don't need to waste my energy on this Cheeto when I should be focused on supporting you in this game.
Thank you, Obama. So anyway, boys, we are entering the last stretch of this level, so let's just relax for a bit before we have to beat Polar Knight's bum ass.
That's cool with me, Sleepy Joe. Although now that you mentioned Polar Knight, have you guys ever wondered, why is he so big and buff compared to the other knights? I think everyone else is smaller or thinner, and then this dude comes in looking like the Yeti from Pixar's Monsters, Inc.
I don't know, Donald, maybe Polar Knight ate some kind of steroids that turned him all big and buff like that.
Or maybe his parents were ogres or something.
Wait, Joe. You couldn't possibly be thinking what I'm thinking right now, right?
That's right, Trump. Polar Knight must have been a distant descendant of Shrek and Fiona, after Far, Far Away became engulfed by the winds of war, causing the place to become covered in snow. And in these dire times, it was Polar Knight von Shrek who aided the people in need.
Damn, Joe, that's probably a more interesting concept for Shrek 5 than whatever the hell DreamWorks is going to come up with for the actual Shrek 5 movie.
Joe, you should have been a movie script writer instead of a politician. Of course, this would mean my second term would have come earlier, but don't worry about that.
Yeah, nice try, your nacho cheese Dorito looking ass. Anyway, boys, it's time we face off against the titular character of Polar Knight, so get ready for some greatness.
Joe Biden, you stupid jabroni ass, how dare you even compare me to Shrek when you know damn well I can smash your candy ass better than any ogre ever could.
I'm not scared of you, Dwayne. I could have been twice as good of a WWE All-Star as you if I wasn't busy with my political career.
Oh, you've done it now, you deadweight, useless, senile son of a I'm going to smash you so badly there won't be anything left of you except smelly, dandruff-covered bones.
You're nothing to me, Dwayne. I'm going to humiliate you by defeating you in 20 seconds starting from now, and after I win, you'll be calling me your daddy.
You failed president. I won't be losing to such a heaping pile of trash like you, Biden, so how about you do like a good senior citizen and go back to your rest home, old man?
Damn how the mighty have fallen. You used to be a legend, Dwayne, but now you're nothing more than a washed-up has-been.
All right, Joe, fair enough. You have defeated me, so I will comply with your request. Joe Biden is my daddy. Oh, frick, Daddy Joe is so amazing. Try not to beat me so badly.
How ironic, how he calls everyone a candy ass, and yet he fought you like a candy ass himself. But all things considered, Joe, that was a phenomenal performance.
Thanks for that, Donald. I knew Dwayne was washed, so I made sure to make a fool out of him. He'll be back next episode, but I'm sure you and Obama can spank him just as well as I did today.
Right you are, Joe. We'll make sure to put his candy ass out of his misery next time.
Well, anyway, boys, we are entering the lair of Tinker Knight, also known as the Clockwork Tower. Joe, you better cook during this level harder than you have during the last, as this will be your final main level for the rest of this series.
Yeah, in all honesty, Donald, I am a bit sad that I won't be able to join you guys next episode in the final stages and in the final boss against the Enchantress, but I'll still be there to back you guys up.
I mean, it's only fair, Joey, as you are getting this episode all to yourself, so it's only right that me and Trump get to finish off what's left of the game together. If only this game had 3-player multiplayer, am I right?
Obama, you know just as well as I do that 3-player multiplayer would be horrible for this game. I mean, even with 2 players, it can be a bit of a struggle since the game was not designed with multiplayer in mind.
Yeah, it is true that having 3 players would be a mess, but as friends, we would find a way to work around that mess and make our way through the end of the game together.
That was surprisingly wholesome, Obama. I know for a fact we can overcome any challenge that comes our way, as we are the goated presidential squad. And I say squad instead of trio because we will soon have George by our side as a mainstay, which I bet the viewers are excited to see.
I'd suggest we play WarioWare with him, as it is a wacky game that I think we, as well as the viewers, will enjoy.
Yeah, maybe we will play WarioWare with him next time. The GameCube version of it has 4-player multiplayer, so it'll be perfect for us.
Damn, this little bugger enemy just won't get off my tail. If I ever find out who his parents are, I'm gonna have their house blown up for raising such a bum-ass enemy.
Damn, Joe, relax. It's just a stupid enemy in Shovel Knight. What matters is that you survived like a champ and get to continue on with the rest of the stage. And hey, the game even threw you a bone with that stake to recover all your health. So, you're all good, buddy.
Gosh darn it, you're right, Donald. But anyway, boys, I don't know about you guys, but this level looks like it was built by some mega nerd who gets no maidens and has 0 riz.
Well, if we're talking about the character of Tinker Knight, then you aren't wrong, Joe, as the guy is a midget and looks like he's built like Lord Farquaad from Shrek. His tiny ass definitely doesn't get any maidens.
Okay, guys, I think that's enough Shrek references for one video. I don't think the viewers came to hear us talk about Shrek. They came to see us play the goated game that is Shovel Knight.
Yeah, you said it, Obama, so I'm on my way to visit our bestie Chester to grab our final relic for this adventure, so unfortunately that means we will be saying goodbye to Chester for good. He was a valuable ally on this journey, and I hope he finds a new customer to sell his stuff to.
Yeah, for real, Chester, you were the GOAT, and we're gonna miss you, buddy. Sadly, this final relic of his won't be very useful for what's left of the game, but there is one very funny use for it that I think you'll be using against the boss. Am I right, Joe?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know what you mean, Obama, and I think the viewers will laugh when they see that. But for those who played Mega Man 2 on the Nintendo Entertainment System, it's basically like how in that game you use Metal Man's weapon against him.
Of course, your prehistoric ass compares it to a game as ancient as him. But yeah, that is a pretty accurate comparison, Sleepy Joe. I don't know how many of our viewers play Mega Man, but if any of them do, then I'm sure they understood what you meant.
Well, if they haven't played Mega Man, then they really should, as it is a goated series of games spanning across different genres such as platformers, RPGs, and that's kind of it, actually, now that I think about it.
Joe, how could you forget about the masterpiece known as Mega Man Soccer for the Super Nintendo?
You didn't forget about it, Barry. That game is just ass and not worth remembering. Just like your two terms, they were so mid, just like your wife, for ruining the school lunches. The nerve of that woman!
Oh, you want to fight, you obese orange? Come here, I'll hit you with the Obama Hamea and knock you silly.
So what, you think I'm afraid of some dinky beam? I'll just Zawarudo your ass.
Hey guys, I know we're going through a boring auto-scroller section, but could you guys shut the hell up? Nobody wants to hear that anime bullcrap you guys keep spewing out.
In all fairness, Sleepy Joe, you could have just used the mobile gear relic that we acquired earlier in the level to skip most of this boring section.
Well then why didn't you tell me that, you idiot?
Because I didn't want to backseat game your ass. You need to figure stuff out on your own if you want to be goated.
Yeah, as much as I hate to admit it, Donald, you do have a point there. A true gamer doesn't just stand there and complain about a problem. He finds a way to solve said problem with the tools at his disposal and makes the game his oyster.
Spoken like a true American Obama. This is why we will make gaming great again.
Well, okay then. I'll try to focus up so I can dominate these last few sections of the level.
Don't worry, Joe. I'm rooting for you, buddy. You've been playing well this whole time despite what dumbass Donald says. And I have no doubt you're going to cook during this final section.
We'll see about that, Obama. I'm not even surprised about that. Sleepy Joe can't play properly without his teleprompter telling him what buttons to press, and so when the teleprompter glitches out, he just immediately kills himself in the game. That is the only explanation for what just happened.
Shut the hell up, you obese pig. You know exactly why I died. I tried to jump onto the platform, but I was off by a few pixels and plummeted to my doom. It's not rocket science, you orange.
All I heard were excuses, Sleepy Joe. But the job is not finished, so you still have a chance to redeem yourself by destroying Tinker Knight's bum ass.
Come on, Joe. Show the viewers what you're made of.
All right then, let Papa Joe cook.
Hey Joe, don't think I didn't hear you back there when you made fun of my home. I'll have you know that I do in fact have maidens and have the best riz in the world.
Highly unlikely, Ben. I've seen middle schoolers with more riz and more maidens than you'll ever get in your life.
What did you just say to me, you senile dumbass?
What a joke. Bro died to a single attack. This is why you'll never get any maidens, Ben.
You guys were saying? I'm about to destroy you all using my facts and logic. Just like how I did to the liberals.
There's only one fact here, Ben, and that is that you're going to lose.
There's no way a genius such as myself could lose to a bunch of old hags like you guys.
Are you sure about that, Ben? Because to me it seems like you're just handing me the win for free. I'm just bouncing on your head and you can't do anything about it. So much for those facts and logics of yours.
Damn you, Joe. If only you weren't so stubborn, I would have ended you ages ago.
Sorry, Ben, but Papa Joe came back with a vengeance, and he's not going to let anyone get in his way now. Maybe try a new strategy next time.
As a matter of fact, Joe, I will try a new strategy next time, and it will be very new and innovative and totally not the same one I used this time. Until then, boys.
That was some good work back there, Biden. I'm proud of you. You made Ben your oyster, you could say.
Yeah, Joe, he could barely even scratch you. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, guys. That means a lot, especially coming from you, Donald. But anyways, boys, would you look at that? It's the Tower of Fate, the place we'll be storming into next episode to finally take down the Enchantress and save my dear Shield Knight once and for all.
That's all well and good, Joe, but remember, we got to finish that tier list we started last episode, so let's get back into it. We have 2 levels left to rank, and I'd say we start with the Stranded Ship.
I mean, it's a solid level, but it just doesn't stand up to the great ones in SNA tier, although I could see an argument for it being bottom of A tier, I guess.
Yeah, that's where I would put it personally. It has some interesting level design with those platforms that shoot rainbows when you hit them, and then those fluffy furball enemies I love so much.
Okay, so bottom of A tier it is. And finally, we have the Clockwork Tower, which I personally would put at the top of A tier.
I think this level is pretty cool as it allows for a lot of player expression. I mean, sure, Sleepy Joe didn't show it, but you can skip the auto-scrolling part with the mobile gear, and there's a speed-running trick used at the start of the level with another relic. It's very cool, too.
Yeah, and even though I died during the climax of the level, I have to admit that this level, along with the flying machine, have the best climax to them, as it's just an epic stream of platforming challenges that test your skills and keeps you engaged until the very end. So I agree with your placing Obama.
Okay, well, that's the tier list finally finished, and I'd say we did a pretty good job with it. But anyway, viewers, this is the end of the episode, so we would like to thank you all for watching, and we hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.
All right, boys, we are finally back.
The wait is over, viewers, as we are finally going to finish Shovel Knight once and for all.
Kind of sad I won't get to play this episode, but I already had my time in the spotlight last episode, so it's time for you guys to finish the fight.
That's right, Joe, and we decided to go back to where it all began, with Donald playing as the blue Shovel Knight and I playing as the green Shovel Knight.
You truly cannot beat these colors, Obama. Plus, it is fitting that we finished the game in the same armor we started it in.
I agree with you, Donald. But anyways, boys, I gotta give you two some advice for these last couple of stages. There will be a lot of hazards coming up, and it would be best for you guys to not try to rush through it both at once.
That's some good advice, Sleepy Joe. Hey, Barry, you don't mind if I take the lead, right?
Yeah, I'm cool with that, Donald. I am super rusty because I haven't touched this game in a while. I've been busy destroying Joe's senile ass in the new Mario Kart that just came out.
Hey man, that's bullcrap, and you know it. I whooped your ass with the cow like 5 races in a row.
Yeah, that was after losing to me like 20 times. This isn't Super Mario Kart anymore, Grandpa.
Just you wait, Obama. I'm gonna beat your Oreo-looking ass in Mario Kart Wii next time and turn you into chocolate fudge by the end of it.
Damn, Sleepy Joe, calm down. It's not that deep. And if anyone is going to win in Mario Kart, it's going to be the Big D Trump.
I hate to change the subject, guys, but are we not going to talk about the sky being green? Like, what's up with that?
Oh, that's just the acid rain making the sky green. I heard it's good for your skin, actually.
And it is because of that that you ended up being the decaying skeleton that you are today, Sleepy Joe.
Man, screw you, Donald. I'm a beautiful dude. Maybe if you got rid of that fake-ass wig, then Melania would actually love your fat ass.
You're just jealous of my 5-star quality hair, trimmed by the finest barbers in the world to make the best hairdo in U.S. history.
But even your 5-star quality hair wasn't good enough to save you from death. I know I died too, but I only died because I was checking my phone. Because my village is getting raided in Clash of Clans.
Oh, that's me, Barry. I'm the one raiding your village.
Joe, you better stop that immediately, or I'm going to bomb your favorite ice cream shop, and then I'm going to nuke all of your sealed copies of Lego Indiana Jones 2 The Adventure Continues for PSP until you get on your knees and beg me to stop while wearing nothing but your Peppa Pig underwear.
Easy there, Obama. I'll stop. You don't have to be so aggressive over a stupid mobile game.
Hey, Obama, you should focus up because we are kind of low on health and we don't want to disappoint the viewers by continuing to die like a bunch of losers.
Yeah, you're right, Donald. I'm sorry for getting distracted like that. The Enchantress's forces are mighty indeed, but they don't stand a chance against the presidential squad.
Now that's what I'm talking about, Obama. We've been unstoppable this entire playthrough alongside Joe. There's nothing the Enchantress can throw at us that can slow us down.
It truly is inspiring to hear such words coming from the man who died to the first boss of this game.
Did you forget to take your dementia pills, Joe? The only reason I lost against the first boss of the game was because China gave my controller Joy-Con drift. That is the only explanation for what happened, and you know it.
Ah, I see you're still coping over that.
You know, Donald, maybe if you weren't playing with Dorito-covered hands, you wouldn't have fumbled so badly.
Nonsense. You're not a true gamer unless you eat Doritos and drink Mountain Dew when gaming.
Whatever you say, Donald. Anyway, watch out for that liquid samurai enemy. He's about to drop your orange ass with his mighty sword.
You were saying, Joe? I smoked him harder than I did to you during our final debate.
Yeah, but you used the phase locket like a pussy. I bet that liquid samurai enemy is pissed right now in the afterlife because he lost to such a bum-ass player.
Who are you calling a bum? Last time I recall, you died way more than me in this game.
Yeah, because I'm not gaming 24/7 like your Majin Buu looking ass. Here in the Obama family, we actually touch grass. You should try it sometime, Trumpy.
Maybe I will, Obama. But not now, because we're being assaulted by the fake news media.
Not gonna lie, he's kind of right. The Enchantress is fake news, and all her minions are mindless puppets who blindly follow her political agenda. This is why we must save Shield Knight immediately, so that Shovel Knight can run for office and dig back better.
Dig back better? Joe, that has to be the cringiest thing you've ever said in your life.
Nah, I found it kind of funny. Good one, Joe. Anyway, Obama, we gotta watch our step because some of the platforms aren't real.
Yeah, don't worry, Trump, I know that. We gotta pay attention to which platforms are being hit by the rain and which ones aren't. If the rain phases through the platform, then that means the platform isn't solid.
Yeah, that's right, Obama. And also screw that enemy that blew me away. I bet it was Hillary's children coming to haunt me.
All right, boys, focus up. We're about to fight the boss.
That's right, Joe. Let's do our best, boys.
Yeah, let's do this.
Stop right there, you old hags. Take one more step, and I will shove my edgy black shovel up your proverbial buttocks.
You failed me last time, Tucker, so I will lend you some of my power.
I don't need your power, you old hag. Just leave me alone already.
You don't get to decide whether or not I empower you or not. Now here you go, you ungrateful puddle of piss.
You're an idiot. You know that, right?
Silence, you basketball American. Get out of my way or prepare to be annihilated.
We aren't scared of your sorry ass. We've beaten you before, so why would this fight be any different?
Biden, you are a fool for even asking me such a question. I have been training ever since my last defeat, and now with the Enchantress's power, I'm pretty much invincible.
You're crazy for even thinking you can beat us. Sure, you may be stronger now than ever before, but this will be your third and final spanking, just like we talked about after we beat you the first time.
Seize your delusion at once. You and your gang of retirement home rejects have pestered me long enough. It is I, Tucker Carlson, who will save Shield Knight, and no one is going to get in my way.
Tucker, you are in the presence of someone who holds the speed-running world record on Mario's Pinball Land and Hotel Mario. With that said, I've been looking to set a new world record on something, and I decided that I will go for the world record on kicking your edgy, stubborn racist, whose mother never loved him, looking ass.
Just for that, Obama, I am coming for you first. So die, you peasant.
Don't worry, Barry. I will avenge you. Take this, Tucker.
Tucker, I know you want to save Shield Knight, but if you can't even beat us, then how do you expect to beat the Enchantress?
You know what, Biden? You're right. I accept my defeat. I just don't know what to do anymore. The Enchantress is too powerful, and even being a pretend servant for her hasn't allowed me to get any intel into how I could save Shield Knight.
Just leave it to us. We promise to find a way no matter what it takes.
Fine. Just try not to accidentally hurt Shield Knight while trying to save her.
Well, that was certainly an awesome third spanking session, and I'm glad that Tucker could finally see things our way. We are one step closer to saving Shield Knight, boys.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised Tucker actually loosened his ego a bit.
If only you could do the same, you Homer Simpson-looking ass.
Joe, I'll have you know that I can be quite humble when I need to be. As a matter of fact, I will admit that I am not the best player out of all of us, and during the last episode, you played way better than both me and Obama during previous episodes.
Wow, Donald, that's very kind of you to say. I guess you're right in that you can be humble and nice every now and then, but you'll always be our Oompa Loompa looking ass.
And you'll always be our geriatric, senile, boneless skeleton that belongs in a retirement home looking ass.
Hey guys, I think we should focus back on the game as to not fumble and get ourselves killed.
Fair enough, Obama, but honestly, we've been doing fine so far, so I don't think we have much to worry about.
And you say I'm the one with dementia? This is like the hardest level in the game, you orange idiot. There's a part that's not too far from here with the floating platform from Polar Knight's level that is sure to make both of your lives a living hell.
We'll be fine, Sleepy Joe. Me and Obama will dominate whatever obstacles are up ahead.
Yeah, Joe, don't worry. We got this in the bag.
Fine, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Obama, what the hell was that? All you needed to do was hit the platform with your NBA 2K branded shovel.
I'm sorry, Trump, but my shovel was in another castle. Also, screw you, my shovel is not related to the NBA.
Your shovel was in another castle? That sounds like a skill issue, Barack. Get your head in the game, or we're going to embarrass ourselves in front of our amazing viewers.
We already do that often now.
Damn you, Donald, maybe if I shoved a cheeseburger down your throat, then maybe I could concentrate on the damn game and not die so much.
Obama, I think you have to admit that you yourself are the one who needs to do better. You can't go blaming Donald for your own blunders. Just take some time to relax and then rejoin the game.
Crazy how Joe is the one giving you advice when he used to be the one who needed advice a few episodes ago. But we're here for you, Barry, so don't feel bad if you keep dying. We are all in this together. And it doesn't matter who dies the least. The only thing that matters is beating the game.
You're right, guys. I gotta just relax and do my best. I'm glad that for as much as we bicker, we can still support each other when we need it most.
That's what friends are for, Obama. But this section genuinely is ass, even in single player. In Polar Knights level, the statue section wasn't too bad, but here, it's just dreadful, especially with the enemies that blow you away and kill you.
You're right, Sleepy Joe, but we are on the final section of the level, so buckle up, guys.
Damn it, the A button on this controller isn't working properly.
Don't worry, Obama. It was definitely China messing up your controller again to prevent us from reaching the Enchantress.
Hey, Donald, why is there a Burger King coupon sitting there to the right of the screen?
Biden, you hieroglyphic donkey, that is not a Burger King coupon. That is a music sheet, an item needed for 100% completion of the game, which we are not doing because we don't have time to collect them all.
But Donald, we got to collect all 151 Burger King coupons to complete the Pokédex and save Professor Oak from the Enchantress.
No, Sleepy Joe. You're thinking of the game Pokemon. We are playing Shovel Knight, remember?
But Obama, those green rats look like Pikachu. Come on, guys, it's time to start our President's Play, Pokemon Unbound Randomizer Nuzlocke.
Take your meds, you demented fossil. We are not playing Pokemon, and especially not a randomizer Nuzlocke of a ROM hack.
You guys are so lame, and damn, these dementia pills taste like fiddlesticks seasoned with used Shark Tale VHS copies.
Whatever you say, Sleepy Joe. Anyway, Trump, it's finally time for us to face all of our past foes. Are you ready, my friend?
You know I am, Barry. Let's kick some ass together.
How dare you show your face around these parts?
You have no idea what you're in for.
We're all about to kick your senile asses.
They are the ones who turned the frogs gay. They must be stopped.
Alex, shut up about your stupid conspiracy theories. Nobody believes them, you stupid evil Dr. Porkchop-looking ass.
So are you clowns gonna fight us or what?
Silence, you Aztec fossil. You aren't even fighting us.
Guess I'm up first then. Don't think I'll go easy on you like last time.
I don't want to hear it from you, Bum Bill. You're the weakest out of everyone here, and you lost to a dementia patient last time. Not even after 1,000,000 rematches would you ever be able to defeat us.
Even if that were true, it wouldn't even matter. All I need to do is do enough damage to soften you guys up for the rest of my bros to finish you off.
Damn, Bill, so you're content being the lab rat so they can learn our fighting style and figure out how to beat us?
It really doesn't matter to me. If even one of us beats you, then that's a victory for all of us in my book.
He has a point, guys. We can't let our guards down. Their number's more than double ours.
You're wrong, Joe. We don't need to worry about anything. We are the presidential squad. And there is no one in this world who can stand up to the might of our shovels.
Except for I, Shadow the Hedgehog. I am the ultimate life form who's going to destroy all of you disgusting black and white creatures.
You racist furball, how dare you call us creatures?
If anything, you are the creature here, you quilled punk.
Be quiet, Biden. You are a hospital's greatest enemy. You should have been dead centuries ago, and yet they still need to take care of your decaying ass.
You're right, Shadow, but only I get to say such things about Sleepy Joe. Prepare to meet your grave.
Don't think I don't have anything to say to you, you walking bag of Cheetos. Ever since you and your wretched friends beat me last time, I keep losing to that faker Sonic in Fortnite. It's obvious that my defeat against the likes of you has lowered my gamer skills, and I'm gonna make sure you guys pay.
I'm the richest man in the world, Shadow. I think I'll buy you a guide for gamers with massive skill issues like yourself.
How about I buy a sealed copy of your book, The Art of the Deal, and burn it, and then piss all over it?
You're done for, Shadow. Now run back to your mommy.
Damn you all. Dwayne, you take it from here.
My pleasure, Shadow. I've been waiting for another chance to kick your candy asses all over again.
You should have stayed home and drank your mommy's milk, you big baby.
Who are you calling a baby? I'll have you know I could squash all of you in a second if I wanted, but I hold back intentionally to make things more interesting for myself.
Dwayne, that's cap and you know it. Last time you got your ass handed to you by Joe, and you even had to call him daddy. We humiliated your sorry ass once, and we're gonna do it once again.
Obama, if you don't shut your jabroni ass up, I'm sending you back to the ambulance from our last wrestling match.
Like hell you will. It is you who will be going in that ambulance right now after we dig a hole inside you with our shovels.
Hope you haven't forgotten about me. The Big D is gonna turn all of your bones into soup.
Dude, what the heck happened to your voice? You sound like the guy who ripped me off by selling me a used copy of Lego Batman for DS for $90.
Well, that is your own damn fault for getting ripped off. But as to why I sound different, well, it's because I didn't sleep well last night and my vocal cords are all screwed up because of that. But I am still going to clobber you fools.
We're the ones who will be doing the clobbering, and you're next on our list of people to clobber. Hope you're prepared to eat dirt for dinner, you obese penguin.
That's rich coming from you, Donald. Maybe go to the gym before saying such things to me. After all, I am royalty.
Bro, you are literally a self-proclaimed king. There is nothing royal about you.
Shut up, you slave reject who just so happens to be a president. I'm going to go sue the Enchantress now.
It's about damn time I get my long-awaited rematch against you senile freaks. Goated George is going to make a statement. None of you stand a chance.
You're so full of yourself to the point that you forget we stormed your castle and kicked you out of it. How can you possibly stand a chance against us?
Because I am Goated George. Respect me, damn it. Praise me. Bow down to me, for I am your new god.
We won't be doing any of that, and you know it. We're just going to beat your ass again. Trump, prepare to finish him off with our combo attack.
You got it, Obama. Take this, George. Consecutive regular shovel drop spam attack.
Curse you all. Goated George will make an amazing comeback.
Like hell you will. This is curtains for you, Towers.
Damn it, I guess this is it for me. Guess I'll go sit in the corner now.
Hey guys, I just found out that LeBron James has the keys to Area 51. If we just rob his ass, we can storm into Area 51 and find all the aliens that the government has kept away from the public.
Do you ever get tired of making stupid conspiracy theories?
Well, honestly, no, I don't, because I'm always right. As a matter of fact, I have proof that LeBron does, in fact, have the official, legitimate, government-approved key to all of Area 51.
Okay, well, where's the proof then?
Just trust me, bro.
This guy has clearly lost his mind and is trying to cope with the fact he's a complete lunatic.
Shut up, Biden. You're the lunatic here. I saw what you did with those My Little Pony figures and anime girl posters.
That's none of your business. And also, Sailor Moon is a goated anime.
My body is still ready, even after my last defeat. Prepare to be reginated.
Reggie, my boy, why do you sound so depressed?
Donald, how would you feel if after you fought tooth and nail to get Wii Sports bundled in for free with the Wii in 2006, just for Nintendo to then not bundle Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour with the Nintendo Switch 2 system? I almost feel disgusted to have served as the former president for them.
It's all business at the end of the day, just like how you are working with the Enchantress right now.
Like I told you, I eat a whole Domino's pizza by myself looking ass. Last time, I am only working with the Enchantress so that we can take down Nintendo. And if that means destroying you guys as well, then that's fine by me.
Well, that's a shame because it seems like you're the one who's going down, Reggie.
Satoru Iwata will haunt your dreams, Biden.
Oh yeah, baby, I'm back with a completely new strategy from the one I used last time. There is no way you guys can beat me now.
So, you were saying, Ben?
You guys cheated again like usual, but I wouldn't expect anything less from you liberals. Anyway, it's time for me to go all out and blast you all to smithereens.
I don't know about that, Ben. It would seem like your strategy hasn't changed much since last time. Perhaps you're too stupid to come up with a better way to take us down.
I'll have you know, Biden, that my new strategy is as new as the goated game, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch. You'll have no idea what to expect from my new fighting style.
Is that so, Ben? Then that means your strategy really is just the exact same. I'm very disappointed in you.
Yeah, I was really hoping you'd give us more of a challenge. Maybe you could have built a new mech to fight us with, but you're just reusing the same one from last time, which we already proved we are more than capable of destroying, and we're just going to do it again.
I swear this isn't the exact same muck. I made some adjustments, like, well, okay, fine. I actually didn't do anything to it, but look, it's not my fault the Enchantress made me go buy groceries at the supermarket all the time, and I didn't have time to come up with a new strategy.
I missed the part where that's my problem, but this is the end for you, Ben.
Hey guys, I know we are the villains and all, but could you give us a hand here?
No, I don't think we will. See you never, suckers!
Well, I'm glad that's over with. How you boys holding up?
Obama, I feel better than when I beat Sleepy Joe in that last debate. Now let's go take down the Enchantress once and for all.
Screw you, Donald. I actually defeated the evil Medicare while you just brought a plague of obesity across the land.
I'll stuff you full of dementia pills so that you may gain some weight, you living stick man.
Guys, quit your yapping already. We gotta focus on the game. These blocks are assaulting us harder than a hood shootout at night.
Oh, you would definitely know what that's like, Obama. It is a miracle that you are still alive.
I'm just gonna ignore that comment. But damn, do these blocks ever stop?
Looks like they heard you, Obama. The second you said that is when they stopped. But anyway, boys, you should thread carefully now as you'll be taking leaps of faith very soon. But if you stay focused, you'll be fine.
You're not wrong, Sleepy Joe, but damn, I hate this part. Like, I understand that it's supposed to be suspenseful since right after this we fight the Enchantress. But imagine if we died here and had to redo the entire thing with the blocks assaulting us like the fake news media.
Well, you won't have to worry about that if you just play the game properly, like a pro. I mean, we've come this far, boys. We should be able to take on what's left of this journey without any issues.
Yeah, honestly, this journey has been amazing all throughout. We've had our arguments and bickering, but we've also had a lot of fun moments. And all the silly people we've fought along the way made this a much more interesting run of Shovel Knight than if this were a regular playthrough of the game.
I couldn't have said it better, Biden. Now let's go kick the Enchantress's ass and save Shield Knight once and for all.
I find it quite impressive that the three of you were able to make it this far. Perhaps I've underestimated you. You three have shown power, wisdom, and courage all throughout your journey. You've bested all of my knights, and now you stand against me. But your journey ends here, for I will not lose.
We are not afraid of you, Enchantress. We've overcome great trials and tribulations on our journey, and there is no way we are going to lose here. You've held Shield Knight hostage for too long, and it's time she is set free.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see my darling Shield Knight so I can marry her and watch the entirety of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic with her on the Biden bunker.
You know, Biden, I can still hear Shield Knight's thoughts, and she says she doesn't want to do any of those things with you.
Are you kidding me? I've been looking forward to that for so long, though.
Well, on the bright side, Sleepy Joe, you can look forward to us getting this dub against the Enchantress, since she isn't putting much of a fight.
How stupid can you be, Donald? I killed Obama, and you say I'm not putting much of a fight? Soon, I'll destroy you, too, and put an end to your aimless struggle.
Don't listen to her, guys. We are all in this together. And with our presidential power, there is no way an ugly old hag like her can defeat us.
That's right, Barack. Just a few more hits and she's down. You can do this, guys.
How frightening to be defeated by such lowly scum. Could this perhaps be a nightmare?
Shield Knight, baby. I'm so happy to see you. I can't wait to take you on a date to watch the Backyardigans musical.
Just this once, Sleepy Joe. I'll let it slide since we just defeated our greatest enemy. We'll have more time to bicker later, I presume.
That's nice of you, Donald, but wait, what happened to the Enchantress? She just let Shield Knight go and then disappeared?
No, Sleepy Joe. Shield Knight herself was the Enchantress. But since we defeated her, that means that the amulet that turned Shield Knight into the Enchantress has been shattered. But this also means that the amulet will manifest into its own being with no heart or soul, just pure chaos.
Yeah, it seems like shattering the amulet let out all of its dark magic and it can take on its own form. But hey, we beat the Enchantress, so this evil magic being is no match for us.
But taking this creature down won't be as easy as the Enchantress. We really should be careful against this entity, Donald.
For once, I'll admit that we shouldn't get careless, but I have to ask though, how do we exactly damage this creature?
Well, if your goofy ass wasn't so impatient, you would see that our lovely Shield Knight is here to help. We gotta hop on her shield to get to that thing's head and shovel drop on it until it's dead.
Yeah, whatever, Sleepy Joe, but also it seems like you can only hit her 3 times before she starts to move. But we can use the propeller dagger to squeeze in an extra hit or 2 if we time it correctly.
Getting some extra hits in on her would definitely speed things up, as she has a lot of health.
Half her health is gone, though. You guys are doing great.
Okay, that was complete and utter bullcrap. I respawned and the platform goes down and I died, and I couldn't do anything despite mashing the jump button. This game is more rigged than the claw machines at an arcade.
Nobody forced you to respawn in that exact moment, you orange waffle. Don't blame Obama for your stupid blunder and get your head in the game. Every time you respawn, you take half of the other player's health as your own, which means if you die again, you're probably dead for good.
Well, he won't have to worry about that because I'm the one who died, unfortunately. So Donald, it's probably best that I don't respawn now. Otherwise, we'll both have like no health left and be prone to dying. It's all up to you, bro.
Well, all right then, boys. I gotta lock in, and Biden, I would appreciate some advice just so I don't mess up and die.
It feels weird for you to ask me for advice, but all right, sure. That attack where she shoots a lot of energy blasts all over the place is really powerful and does a lot of damage, as you've probably noticed, so it would be in your best interest to avoid it.
Thanks, Biden, but unfortunately she just went and used it right as I'm about to attack her. But I think I should be fine. Let me just concentrate.
Let's freaking go, boys. We finally beat Shovel Knight.
Let's go. After all the hardships and tribulations, this journey finally comes to an end.
But wait a second, guys. I don't mean to ruin the party, but this place is about to collapse. We need to get out of here immediately.
But Donald, we can't let our beloved Shield Knight behind. I gotta get started on my binge party with her on the Biden bunker.
Shield Knight will be fine, Sleepy Joe. And Shovel Knight is down. So even if we wanted to help, we literally can't. Black Knight, who is no longer Tucker since the Enchantress is dead, is going to take Shovel Knight to safety at Shield Knight's request.
Feels weird calling him Black Knight again after we've known him as Tucker. But yeah, Joe, don't worry about Shield Knight. She'll be all right, as we'll see later.
She better be all right, or I'm gonna find the nearest blender and throw you in there to squeeze all the orange out of you.
Take it easy, Joe. We just finished beating the game, so there's no need for hostilities. But anyway, viewers, this is the end of the President's Play Shovel Knight series. We are sorry that this series took so long to finish, but we hope the wait was worth it.
To everyone who stuck with this series until the end and didn't just stop after the first episode, you are the true goats, and we are glad to have you.
And make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. If you want to see me and Shield Knight watch the entirety of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic on the Biden bunker, as well as speedrun Looney Tunes back in action for the PlayStation 2. Okay, I'm obviously joking, but seriously, though, thanks for sticking through to the end. We hope to see you next time and have a wonderful rest of your day.